Can you hear me now, CJ? Hold on. My bad. Can you hear me? Now, I think it was my microphone. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Hold on. SMSB says he can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can hear me before we get started, man. All right. Everybody's giving me a thumbs up. Hey, appreciate y'all getting in the chat, man. Hey, so what I was saying, if you didn't hear me, salute Hebrew. What I'm saying is this, man. This is one of the biggest panics that I've seen in sports. I'm talking about some of the biggest panic moves that I've seen in sports. Jordan fans. Yeah, I know. I just got done working out, CJ. I didn't even bother doing anything. I just hopped in the shower, came straight in here, you know. But it's some panics, man. Everybody's panicking. You got all these people panicking over LeBron winning his fourth title and 4 Finals MVP. Because we know why they panicking. Winning 4 titles and 4 Finals MVPs, that ain't no joke. On top of all of the other accolades. So on a daily basis, you got these Jordan fans, these Kobe fans, these 60 fans, they all on the defensive. Every time you say LeBron James, every time you say anything related to LeBron James, you're a LeBron fan, you're a Bron sexual. I mean, they got all of these terms for you. I don't know what's going on with this, man. Hold on. I'm trying to let the chat fill up today, man. It's only 25 people. Normally, it fills up a little bit faster. So, CJ, I got you. I see you in the chat. That was my fault, CJ. I meant to text you earlier. But I'm going to drop the link, man. I want to hear from y'all because we got a lot to talk about. Again, like the title says, man, we just need to stop comparing, man, because we got too many people in panic mode right now. Too many people is in panic mode right now. I mean, I'm tired of hearing so many grown men cry and bust vessels in their brain and getting their blood pressure high. Because they gotta. I mean, it's like every day I hear some new type of hate for LeBron. Like they find new ways. Like now is this new thing going around saying that LeBron James stat pads. You can stat pad an NBA now. It's so easy to score in the NBA right now that LeBron James is stat padding his way to all of these great stat lines, all of these great games. He stat padded his way to an NBA championship. He stat padded his way. He stat padded his way into the Finals MVP. He ball hogs. He didn't give AD the ball. That's what he did now. We all watched it, so we all know exactly what happened. Even AD admitted that he wasn't as aggressive as he could be. I'm dropping the link, man. I'm dropping the link. I want y'all to come in, man. We got to discuss. We almost at 100 people in the chat. Oh, 200 people in the chat now. That's what I like to see, man. Hold on. We got the first person up, man. First person up. Drew the King, man.
Yeah, what up, Lamont, man?
What up? Hold on. I could barely hear you. Let me turn my volume up so I need to really hear you today.
Hold up, man. I've been cooking all day, man. And like I said before, man, listen, man,
hold on.
What it is.
We're going to save it for the end. We're going to save that for the end.
But it is what it is, man. LeBron, dog. It's all opinion at the end of the day, man. It ain't God-given fact who is the best of all time. It's all about your preferences, how you value, how you judge players. You know what I mean? It's all opinionated. It is what it is. Somebody got Bill Russell as the GOAT. Hey, he's deservingly so. Somebody got Kareem as the GOAT. Hey, deservingly so. Hey, you can argue Tim Duncan being the GOAT. Hey, rightfully so. Some may can say Hakeem. You can don't say Mace Hakeem's a goat. I mean, people may say that. You can't get mad at that because of what they done and how they won. You can argue Kobe's a goat. You know what I mean, that because he won with less help. More, so it's like out of all the great players, he won with less help. You can argue that. I mean, it's you can make cases for everybody. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, it's all debates at the end of the day. It ain't that serious.
But True to King, this is the problem here. Like, it's the what I'm hearing now, because again, it's getting to the point now where you're really running out of excuses. So some of the things that I see aimed at LeBron now is comical. It's extremely funny now. Now we're talking to now it's a new argument. LeBron James had more help than anybody in the top 10. That's not true, y'all.
It's not
That's
true.
just not true. That's not true. And even if it was true, it's a lot of teams who had great help and great players that didn't even win a championship.
Right, it's a team game, man. It's a team game. You got listen, GMs gotta do their job. Like they criticize LeBron James and Bill Russell for having help because they teams did their jobs.
That's
and
it.
all they did was execute. Simple as that. You can't get mad because in the day you can be on the team all you want to. You still got to put your work in. You still got to pull your weight at the end of the day.
That's see, this is one of the things right here, and I hear a lot of people talking about LeBron isn't as skilled or he does. The thing is right here, I can name a lot of players in the NBA right now that's extremely skilled, extremely gifted, but don't know how to use it on the basketball court.
Right.
That won't never be the player that LeBron James is. You got to be different. It's a mentality. It's a mindset that you got to go into the court with. It's more than just having skills. Because, again, the most talented players in the NBA, some of the most talented players in the NBA are sitting on the bench. And they won't ever be considered the player LeBron James is. And, again, it's bigger than just skills. Again, when we hear the shenanigans with the stat pattern, I think when we hear those shenanigans right there, again, that makes me feel that Jordan fans are scared because, and again, they rightfully so. This is what I heard a Jordan fan say. I brought up the fact that LeBron is still in his prime, and they said no, he's not in his prime. I said, well, the fact that you think that he's playing at this level, he's not in his prime. How good was he when he was in his prime? Like if you don't think this is his prime, he must have been. Like godly when he was in his prime.
Yeah, they kill the whole argument. Why y'all scared for like dog? Why y'all scared for? Because that's when you know it's hate. When you scared, listen, that's when you know it's hate. When you these people, you be idolizing these people. And it goes both ways too. You got the JDRs, and you got when the LeBron fans go super crazy. And the Kobe fans. See, the Kobe fans, I can give the Kobe fans a pass because I understand why. Yep. But it's everybody. It's all extremists all around. So this is like they like that's why I'm saying that in the mainstream media they don't make it any better because that's all they talk about. Michael Jordan versus LeBron. They talk about Michael Jordan more than any other player. Seem like and that's currently playing. Like that's crazy. That man. Put down a basketball almost 20 years ago, man, and they still talk about this man. That man owned the team.
Hold on, let's hear from the panel, man. Bees, what you got on this, man? What's going on with these Jordan fans? What do you think? There's fake narratives coming up about LeBron James's game to just to trash his game, or is there some truth to this?
I think the narratives are based on marketing, right? I think Mike has to stay where he's at because the league's still getting paid off Mike's name still to this day. And as long as they have that conversation, I mean, even if you're a LeBron hater, you put money in his pocket if you say his name. You putting money in the league's pocket if we have these debates. Everyone gets a side. It's almost like Trump and Biden. This argument doesn't become presidential.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's all marketing, right? That the NBA gets us more tied to the game this way.
What you got on this, CJ? I know you got something to say. CJ, man, take yourself off mute. I know you got something to say about this LeBron Jordan thing. Because I know CJ. I know you say. See, here's the thing about CJ. If this is my honest opinion, some of y'all might agree. Some of y'all might not agree. This is my honest opinion. I think CJ takes a lot of I find that he's defending LeBron more than he is even talking about LeBron, which is sad. I think he has to defend some of the lies. He's not just. I've never seen CJ just, unlike Myron Jones or maybe Asantiel, who just flagrantly just go out of their way to put LeBron James into topics. I don't see CJ doing that. I don't know why he takes so much heat for that. But what do you got on some of these myths? The stat pattern thing is a myth. What do you got on some of these myths, man?
I just argue with the hate, man. The hate. I don't. I'm not telling you to get on your knees for Braun or none of that. I'm just arguing with the myths. Like, he's not clutch. He's not. He don't play the game. Like, he doesn't know basketball. You know what I'm saying? He just care about his money. Like, at the same time, who doesn't give a fuck about their money? Everybody give a fuck about their money. But with this ghost shit, everybody got their own opinion. Like, I'm not gonna slit your throat if you think, MJ's the GOAT. But some niggas getting their feelings when they mention LeBron James, man. It's like when you say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he's cool, but when that motherfucker say LeBron, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ready to kill you or something. I don't know, man. It's always with LeBron, man. When anybody say LeBron is the GOAT, they won't jump in your throat, But at the end of the day, bro, like Shooter King said, if you say Bro Russell is the GOAT, that's cool. If you think Larry Bird is the GOAT, that's cool. If Kobe Bryant, that's cool. That's your. I might disagree with you. I might not roll with you on it, but that's your opinion. At the end of the day, it's all about preference and who you rock with. That's all.
And what you got on this, Hebrew?
It's been a while, though. Just saying.
Hebrew, what you got on this? Who said that?
Me. It's been a while since I've been on this show, but yeah, that's it.
Who is that? Who's talking?
Miguel, remember me? It's been a while.
Oh, is that dude?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, on the dude. What you got on this then, dude? I see you in here.
Well, I have a thing. Basically, I saw a Twitter video saying about MJ stands and LeBron stands, basically saying that you know how MJ stands always crap on LeBron, saying his final record's 3-6, but now it's 4-6. While LeBron stands crap on MJ's first round playoff record, which is 1-9. Well, here's what he said, which I do agree with him a lot. Well, it's unbiased. Well, basically, he said that he bets his life. You know how you can say the East was weak for LeBron, and you can say Jordan's finals competition wasn't as great as his East was. Well, he says he bets his life on it that if LeBron played in the era that the East where Jordan played in, he will go to the finals less and will have less of a finals record. And if Michael Jordan played in the LeBron's era, he bet on his life too that he would have less of a first round like record, and he bet his life because and so
hold on, what you talking about? What you talking about, man? He bet on his life. What you talking about?
So basically, he said that you know how he bet it because people. I mean, MJ James, LeBron James been crappy now. Sure, like LeBron's 4-6, and and people say he's 1-9. That means wait.
Oh man, hold on, man. We gotta get him out of here. Hold on. Hey.
Yeah, what was he talking about?
I don't know. Hey, hold on. Well, hey, Jay, I know you got some sense, man. What you got on this?
He said,
you funny, dog. But hey, yeah, I kind of agree with Bees in the fact that it really is just partly marketing. Because I did see a video before somebody mentioned it was actually watched over there on Wilt, and the video brought up a really good point that the NBA doesn't really market players except for like the superstars prior to like 92 or the 80s, because a lot of those you can't really make money off of them. And I was like, wow, that really makes sense. So them keeping Jordan in that discussion ironcladly, the fact where there's no debate that could be had, he's a huge cash cow. And I feel like once his commercial success for the league kind of diminishes, then they'll probably try to push somebody else. So I feel like it's probably just a money thing. I feel like if LeBron rings off a three-peat, we have a real discussion now. We can really debate it with all his accolades and his longevity. Now it's a real debate, but as of right now, I still got MJ.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I hope I say your name right. Torrio. What you got on this? Hopefully I said it right. If I did, my bad. You got to take yourself off mute, though.
Hello?
Yeah, but what you got on this?
I mean, at the end of the day, what Kobe said about this is factual. I mean, it's really these debates at the end of the day, bro, are a waste of time, bro. Especially if the players ain't play against each other. I mean, you can't definitively say who is the greatest of all time. It's just based on preference. And anytime you get to discrediting all-time great players, bro, I question if you ever hooped at all, because like on that other test, I don't know dude's name. Like he be like. Anybody who call LeBron James a role player, bro, like you don't know anything about basketball.
Pop James.
But
like that's just hate.
Hey, I was actually thinking about that this morning. I was sitting back thinking, I'm like, why is it only like I only hear that nonsense from people who ain't never touched a basketball a day in their life, or at least played on a high level where it was really competitive. Because to say like if you play, like I don't care if you're talking about D3 college basketball, it's hard to go in the game and put up buckets on any level, D3, D2, D1, professional. And they talking about LeBron is going into NBA games to stat pad. I was like, even if he is stat padding, even if you categorize it as that, it's extremely difficult to score in an NBA game. And he's doing it. And you basically telling people that he's doing it easily. That means the stat pattern. So that it's sad. It's starting to, some of the stuff is starting to get ridiculous. Big Kev, what you got on this?
Yeah, man, it gets annoying. Like I don't know how you do it, man. I swear, I would be taking shots of tequila while I'm talking to people. Like yesterday, when you were questioning James on how teams they get their money, and it's up to the team to, you know what I'm saying, keep them either under or over the salary cap. He was like, oh, they can just redo their contract, restructure their contract. I'm like, I never heard nobody do that in basketball.
No,
like,
that don't happen.
No one does that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they kind of stuck in their ways, and they don't understand like the evolution of the game where, yeah, LeBron gets teammates, and they never mentioned that they actually asked Carmelo, hey, don't sign the long deal, because in 2 years you'll be able to get even more money. But even Melo said he was young, he didn't understand it. So it wasn't like they weren't telling Melo to get his money, but it's like you setting yourself up to be locked in to where you sign a big contract for 5 years. Now they can do whatever they want to do. But you do 2 years, you hold their feet to the fire. They're gonna have to do what you say. Eli, Kawhi. You know,
that's
you got to stay in control.
It's nothing wrong with making them people do their job. A 2-year contract with a 1-year opt-out says, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to get your mind right. But if you don't do your job correctly, then I'm out of here. This is why you see teams like what the Clippers did, make them desperation moves just to bring in Paul George. You gotta
AD will probably do the same thing with his contract.
Yeah, he already opted out. He's opting out. But
he'll probably do the 2-1 where when it expires is when LeBron expires.
Now, I think in his situation it's a little bit different. I think him and Rondo are opting out to open up salary cap space for the team to bring in a bigger name, and then they can re-sign those guys, which will push them over the luxury tax. So when I saw AD opted out instead of picking up his player option, that's when I knew that now the Lakers have a real chance of bringing in another heavy hitter, big, like for real now.
I think Bill. I wouldn't do CP because 80 million in 2 years is crazy.
Not doing CP.
I don't think that should happen.
Not doing CP.
No, that's a terrible move. And then you got Rondo. Rondo's a cheaper version of CP3. You don't have to pay 80 million for a slight upgrade. That's like a small upgrade.
Yeah, and I don't think the injuries would be. I don't think he would avoid any injuries this year. I think this year being not injured was like an anomaly. I think he'll get injured again.
No, I like that. I mean, again, man, hold on. Who haven't we heard from? Because I want to make sure I hear from everybody before I continue on. I heard from True the King, Bees, CJ. Hebrew. I didn't hear from you though. I didn't hear from you. I don't know if your mic was out. Hebrew, you good? You get your mic back? Hebrew's still out.
My buddy needs to fit his mic.
Hebrew got one of them goat burgers over there.
Hey, you know what though? That's a real thing. That's everywhere. They selling them everywhere. Goat burgers.
With cheese.
Bacon goat burgers.
Yo, LeBron need to do that. Yo, LeBron have like a McDonald's meal goat burger with cheese. Yo,
that would go crazy.
Yeah, I know. Them LeBron, the pewter, you'll be mad as is, yo.
Oh man,
Marlon be the background LeBron.
Oh man,
that'll be it.
Hey, that's the stuff.
Myron with Shannon Sharp, with Kendrick Perkins and all in one commercial.
Oh man,
go burger with cheese.
We got Lee. I don't know how to say your last name. Irie. He says, Lamar, once again, objective take on the subject. Love LBJ and MJ, but this is tiresome. And LBJ literally can't win. I agree. Appreciate both.
Yeah,
but see,
no point.
That's what I say. Like the thing is, this is the funny thing too, though. Like especially with the stat pattern thing, like people will literally go back and watch videos to try to find instances of LeBron's stat pattern, but you won't do this with any other player. Like you don't critique any other player to this degree where you will literally go back and say he was stat. And again, I don't even know how you stat pad in NBA Finals. In NBA Finals, I'm trying to stomp you in the mud. I'm not trying to give you no chance to come.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Why isn't like Kendrick Nunn scored like 18 points in like the last quarter? Why is that not stat pad? They were losing. They're losing like by 30, but was he supposed to not score?
But you know what I heard? This is what I heard when that happened. Kendrick Nunn looked like in the next game he gonna go crazy. He gonna it was a sign of better things to come when Kendrick Nunn did it. It's funny, yeah. It's convenient.
They're meaningless points though.
It's arguments that are conveniently used. See, that's the thing when you try to reverse those arguments, because a lot of these arguments you can reverse them and use it right back on them, and then it kind of blows their mind. They don't know what to say. They
say, "Oh, he's just getting the rhythm. He's getting his feet back under him," but he just scored 18 easy points.
You know, my favorite one to use is this. James likes to use the stat that LeBron is extremely poor from the field outside of 8 feet from the rim or something like that. And I said, well, don't you guys cry about people chucking up threes in this air? Isn't that what you want to see? Right. You literally cry about people chucking up threes in this air, and then you get mad at LeBron James for attacking the rim, having a high field goal percentage at the rim. He's doing exactly what you want him to do. He's playing physical because they say he's bullying people at the rim. But you talk about how the air is soft and they don't get physical no more. Like they say some backwards.
Yeah, I heard him say one time, well, the good thing is Kawhi lost in the second round. It ain't on his finals record.
That's not good. That's terrible.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'd rather lose in the finals. I'd rather lose in the finals in the first round, man. I don't care. Like, at least I was there. I got another checks coming in. I got more checks coming in.
That finals record argument, bro, it kills me, bro.
Tell that to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, like, shoot, man, I didn't want to lose in that first round. Jordan probably tell yourself, man, you messed up. You messed up money doing that too, though. Listen, you're not just playing for it. You get people understand. People still get paid in the playoffs, like.
No, the funny thing is these same people. A lot of these people will say, "Well, Tracy McGrady doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because he never got out the first round." You're like, why do you care? Like. If he did, if he don't get to the finals, it don't matter anyway. So why do you care?
Exactly. That logic don't make any sense. Like
the logic is
that's what I be telling them, bro. They get
mad at me. They get mad at me if I say Tracy McGrady not a Hall of Famer. I don't think he should be a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. But then they go like, "What do you don't know what you talking about?" But then. Oh, I'd rather listen. LeBron got such and such the final losses. Okay, at least he was there. What did Tracy McGrady do?
Hey, DJ Raw, hit the leak, man. Come in the chat, DJ.
Yeah, I look at LeBron as being 5-4 in the finals.
How many times I got to tell y'all about Joy?
Hold on. What you got to say? I know you got something crazy.
Oh, Freddie Gay.
Man, the logic of a Jordanite cannot be logical because they so emotional about MJ.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yo,
They can't
Jordan, nice.
take it. You see Skip squirming on undisputed every day, capping so hard they got
Yo,
ticket and all of the real Jordanites going ham because they giving a nigga an excuse. You feel me? But they don't get that they do this shit all of this motherfucking time, you know what I'm saying? But since Skip is King Jordanite, you know what I'm saying, been captain for 17 years, you know what I'm saying? The exact 17 that Brown been in the league because he knew what time it was when Brown was coming. That's why MJ retired the year before Brown
no,
came.
no, come on, yo, come
You
on,
can't say that, bro.
hey, yo,
Come
come
on,
on,
man.
yo, hey,
Come on,
yo,
man.
you funny for that
Hey, well,
though.
Put the
well,
Hey, come
battery and Skip
on,
back, even though, even though, even though, even though MJ told Skip, get the fuck up out my face, nigga, because you're too much of a
Hey,
fucking weirdo.
hey, Renegade. See, you be the reason why CJ be taking all this heat, man. You get CJ Renegade to say some
I'm
stuff like
telling
that
you that
right out the chat, and CJ get
these
all the heat.
these mega facts make a Jordanite
yo,
emotions
background.
hurt.
I don't know.
These
Hold on.
mega facts hurt a Jordanite, man.
And you know what,
It ain't
man?
my
Like I
fault.
said, man, Jordan is like for me. It's hard for me, like just because of just watching Jordan and like all of the nostalgia that comes with it. It's hard for me to put
That
anybody
ain't
above Jordan.
basketball.
But at the end of the day, you gotta accept the fact that man, this dude is still playing and at an unbelievably high level in year 17. And this man talking about playing another 5 or 6 years. Imagine if he keep up this level of play for another 5 or 6 years. I really want to know what the excuses will be. Hold on, but we got a super chat from Bryant Snyder. I think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan because Jordan's final competition is not better than LeBron's finals competition. I agree that the finals competition is a bit different, but I can't
You
take it
can't
away from
deny
Jordan
Jordan
now.
from that though.
Yeah, I
You gotta
can't
praise
hate on
Jordan.
Jordan, man.
You
Again,
can't
it's
do
about
that.
the
It
respect.
ain't hating, it's just facts.
No,
Nah,
that's
but you
true.
That's
you
not
can't
That's
hating.
do that though.
true.
You
It's not
know,
like he could
right?
choose who he
Hold on,
played in
it
the
is
finals.
true, but you can't diminish what Jordan did to that
Of
era.
course, yeah.
Jordan,
Is it diminishing if it's diminished, it's just diminished. Ain't that's what these Jordanites try to do with everything that they say about Brondo? I ain't trying to take nothing away,
Mhm.
but the truth is the truth.
Yeah,
And
that's
all of
true.
this bullshit
But
that
you,
we
you you
talking
can't
about.
bring
But
it
but
up
it
like
really
you
but the
can't bring
thing
it up in
is
the
because
context
that
of where you trying to take it away from him.
the thing
The championship is the championship. He can't
hold
control
up.
who
The
he
thing
played in the
is
finals.
because the era's so much colder, them facts really hurt. It really hurt way worse because the era is visual. Man, come on, man. You can watch them games, man. I don't want to fucking hear that shit.
but hey, see,
I don't think
look
it
at
hurt.
designs. Look at designs are us. See, designs are us. You're gonna be the reason why in about 20 years, Jordan falls from 1 to like 8. This is because you can't really talk basketball. You talking about just rings, and it's gonna be some. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be somebody that puts up a ridiculous finals record,
Me,
and
me.
and what's gonna happen is y'all gonna compare it to just Jordan's 6 rings and 6 Finals MVPs, and you're gonna forget about what he did on the court, and you're gonna drop Jordan. Jordan gonna end up falling down to some weird, crazy number, just like Bill Russell,
And
just like Will
Kareem.
Chamberlain,
Hey Lamont,
just like Kareem. They all gonna drop because y'all forget. What's up?
Yeah, MJ ass off the
just
Hold
with
on.
you bringing that up, you probably open up a new discussion because people have to defend LeBron so much. They
Uh-huh.
talk more about the totality of what he's done, and people who defend Jordan only combat that with 6-0. So you're
That's
right.
it.
In longevity term,
But
they're going to be the
they don't
reason
know about
Jordan
sports though,
falls,
man.
and the people who have to
hey,
defend LeBron, they have to talk about
Yeah,
everything. So that's
my
Hold on.
the reason
Bellado,
we're
That's
in
the
such a
Bellado,
difference.
problem. That's facts. The people who
right?
talk about LeBron, you have to know. They have to really go know basketball and know what LeBron did on the court because they can't just harp on 6-0. See, and I said that. I said that before. Like you can't just
And that's
harp on that.
crazy because I do got Jordan number one, but it's the fact that longevity wise, they're going to be the reason Jordan falls.
Yeah.
You
Right, and Jordan, well, that like, it's going to be. I don't think Jordan going to fall that much because what his
He'll probably fall
exposure and
like 2 to 3.
popularity. Right.
That's still big.
But like I said, man, listen, man, listen. Like end of the day, when you got people like they watch these, but a lot of these people that talk about sports watch these undisputeds and first takes, man, and they be capping for LeBron and Michael Jordan. That
They
be
go with
capping for
that.
them. That extremists. You got extremists on both sides on mainstream TV, and now you got people now. You know what I mean? It's kind of spreads. Like you got Skip Bayless is a biggest George jock sniffer, man. That man Skip Bayless be cat he make it bad be a Jordan fan. That man Skip Bayless be capping. Like
Hey,
this man be
LeBron.
like he be saying that Jordan didn't need Jordan never asked for no help. I'm like, what are you talking about? You was a liar. You
That
was
was
a liar.
that was a ridiculous
I was
statement.
then Skip Bayless do all that capping for Michael Jordan, but while he wasn't in that documentary.
And that dude snitched on the
What
whole
did
Thank
they
you,
get
bro.
squad,
from
tried to
him?
get them boys
Skip
kicked
Bayless,
off the squad for
Skip
snorting
Bayless,
that dope
Skip Bayless swears he was there with
and
when
getting
Jordan
his
played.
teammates.
It was buddies, but that nigga was not in the last dance.
Why you in that
Come on,
documentary?
man.
He be doing all that capping for no reason whatsoever.
But
All
I ain't
that
seen him during the
capping,
last dance. Where was he in the last
all
dance
that
though?
all that capping.
Cause
You
he
do all
told,
that
cause he
capping.
told Skip, get away from me, dog. Look
Word,
that shit up. He
Michael
said, man,
Jeffrey Jordan. Well, what are you talking about? You just say me, oh Jordan, the greatest college player of all time. Like you was a liar. You
Kareem.
is a liar.
Yeah, he just be
Thank
That
you.
saying
I
man's
was
stuff.
a
there. I
Hey,
was
hold on.
there.
Let's hear from Sly real quick. I want to hear from Sly. I know he just hopped in here.
Yeah. What's
What you got on that?
so I mean like what's the main topic though, Lamont?
Man,
Because it
look,
just seems
like the
like we
thing
just talking
is,
about Jordan and LeBron again.
here's the narrative though. Like we not arguing who's better. I don't really want to waste my time arguing on who's better. We can go on all day. The thing is,
Of
I
course.
feel like a lot of people are arguing out of fear, and this is why you hear some of the nonsensical arguments, especially from Jordan fans, crying about the finals record, saying that making up stuff, saying that LeBron was stat padding, or they just come up with the most extreme stuff to say about LeBron in a negative
Oh yeah.
manner, just to boost up Jordan.
Oh
When
yeah.
again, at the end of the day, like, what do you think about all these additional narratives that he's trying to put on LeBron?
I mean, this one. The thing is, you don't got to bring down LeBron to hype Jordan up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just list Jordan's accomplishments, and then tell the person you're debating with, all right, LeBron match that, and if he can't, then it is what it is, man. But you ain't got to like shame what LeBron's done. This will be my only thing when people be trying to debate LeBron, and that's when I step in. It's just, niggas act like what LeBron did, anybody can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they
That's
shit
what be
on the whole
considered,
era,
like,
man. Cause that's
man,
why they gotta act.
Hey,
But
Lamont.
you know what? I think that era should be like a generational thing, because like niggas who was watching basketball in the 70s and 80s, they ain't like Jordan in the 90s. And I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but they don't be
and I'm pretty
capping so
sure
hard to say that they era better than
oh shit. Listen
They
to
be
even
doing
listen
now.
to
that.
Like
like
They be
I'm about
doing
to
that,
say,
man.
I'm saying,
listen to an
I'm
old nigga.
saying not in
Man, they be
2020
doing.
though.
I see
Bro,
it all, man.
that's
They
what I'm saying.
2020
Bro,
in the
I could bring an old nigga.
1990s.
Hold on,
I'm
one at a
talking
time. Yeah,
about
one at a time, so we
2020.
can hear each other out. I just want to make sure everybody can hear. That's all.
Mhm.
I mean, you can. I don't want every old player doesn't do that. You got a good percentage of old players that be realistic, like Oscar Robertson, Jerry
Uh-huh.
West, Spencer Haywood. Like they say how it really was. Like they will admit that this era, as far as skill wise, is better than. But I mean, you always gonna have people of the era that's gonna discount. But I think a
Right, but
vast
I'm
majority
talking
of like
about
the '70s and older players, they be honest about it.
I'm talking about to the degree though, like to the like it's them 90s niggas. Like they still cause they still close enough to back in the gap to be like they. Cause it's just like Steven Jackson. He think he one of them old niggas, but when that Malice in the Palace shit happened, nigga, you was one of them crazy ass new niggas, nigga. Like you niggas was stupid. These niggas now when Bryant retired, they're gonna say that he from the old era. I'm hearing shit like that right now. Like you niggas, like what the fuck? Like this shit is it's all capping ass. I want to be attached to these old niggas ass dumbass shit, man.
Hell yeah, you right about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, we got a super chat from DJ Ross Uncut. Said he's busy right now, that's why he can't hop in. But he says he's a Laker fan, not really a fan of LeBron. Just give him props when he plays. In his opinion, Jordan is the greatest. Hey, I feel Jordan is the GOAT too. But at the same time, my GOAT, my top 5 isn't locked. It's not locked. Even for Jordan, it's not locked. And if somebody like LeBron is still playing, he still has even though it's a slim chance, he still has a slim opportunity to do some things in his career to get to that number 1 spot. You got to leave the door open for him. I'm just being fair. That's all. I'm not going to be one to say he's impossible. What's up?
Hey, so you were talking about the fact that you guys are scared and stuff like that, or they say it out here or whatever about LeBron, and they talk about LeBron out here and stuff. I'll tell you exactly why that fear comes, bro. Okay. Let's go all the way back to the 1960s, right? Bill Russell, Celtics, win almost every single title in the 60s and in the late 50s, right? Mm-hmm. Those guys who watched Bill Russell and they watched the Will Champions and stuff like that, but let's just keep it to Bill Russell. They watch Bill Russell. They know more than just what people say about the 11 championships in 13 years. They know more about that than just that he was just a player coach. They know about more than just they were 18. They know about the great players in that era that nobody even talks about. Guys like Oscar Robertson, guys like Nate Thurman, guys like Jerry West, who people disrespect just because he only won 1 championship. Guys like that, Elgin Baylor, and guys like that. And then the reason why they're scared like that is because what happened to them is they did this. Those guys who watched Bill Russell did the same thing with Jordan. They were like, oh well, Jordan didn't have to play back in the 60s or the 70s, or have to do this or whatever. And then when they got older and stuff like that, like the Chris Broussards and the what's that other dude, that other clown, Rob Parker, that dude hating ass nigga, Rob Parker. They get into their jobs and they get to spew the propaganda and stuff like that. And that gets spewed all over the place, and people actually so-called believe it. Which you think Jordan's the GOAT, you think Jordan's the GOAT. But when you got such a media bias behind you like that, a lot of people are gonna succumb to it and just think, there's nobody else before him or after him that's gonna be greater than him. And when they see that, that's exactly what's gonna happen with Jordan. They think it's gonna happen with Jordan. When these younger guys, 20 years old, start in about 10 years coming up and taking Rob Parker's spot, taking Stephen A. Smith's spot, and they have that same power to spew that same propaganda, they'll be saying it for LeBron, and they'll feel like they're getting suppressed like Bill Russell was getting suppressed back in the 90s, talking about how it's a weak era. That's exactly what's going to happen. They know it, and that's why they're scared, because they think Jordan will get diminished. They think the era is going to get diminished.
Hey, I tell True the King that all the time, man. When I look back on players like Oscar Robinson and all of these guys, man, just look how every time we talk about our top 10, top 15 list, all of these guys drop farther down every time. And it's because
new generation.
No. What's happening is you got guys like True the King who actually have went back and done his research on Bill Russell and some of these older guys, and he will bump them up because again, as this younger generation, you find yourself having to defend players not based off just championships. Anybody can yell out championship records. You actually have to go watch their game, break down their game, and you might just run across guys like Bill Russell, be like, man, he only averaged so many points a game, but this man got 25 rebounds in his game in a season. Like, he did some crazy stuff. Like, I don't care where you play. I don't care if you play in a YMCA league. Getting 25 rebounds a game is hard. I don't care where you play. So what area you playing? And to have that type of nose for the ball, nobody gives him credit for that. He just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping because people look at points per game. It's sad.
It's just so many different dynamics in the NBA because with how great of a defender Bill Russell is alleged to be in his prime, they didn't have Defensive Player of the Year back then in the 70s. They didn't have Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody knows this. A lot of people don't know this until 1983.
Yep.
So we didn't get to see Kareem's prime of his defense. We didn't get to see Bill Russell's prime of defense. We didn't get to see Will Chamberlain's prime of defense get that same honor that guys like Michael Jordan won, guys like Hakeem. So it's easy to say those
media
guys were
award, isn't it?
better defenders because they got that award. And you can hide behind that award. But when you go through what actually happened in those games, which people don't do, it tells a different story.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Even with the
Now go ahead.
What's that
like
Somebody got some music
who
in the background.
that?
Somebody might have to go on mute. Somebody got some music in the background. You got to go on mute.
Somebody
got a daycare going.
Yeah, that 6-0 argument. That argument really.
Hold on. Let me find out who has the music in the background because that's kind of messing it up.
Yeah,
All right, there it is.
I was saying that 6-0 argument. I'm a little older. That 6-0 argument, it really has no validity because they elevated Mike above Kareem, above Bill Russell when he won his third championship. He was already being viewed as the GOAT when he was 3-0.
Right.
True.
And that's another thing too, though, because like here's the thing: the reason why it wasn't the older fans and the players had a problem with Michael Jordan because simple fact that he was praised as a GOAT so soon in his career, and Michael Jordan got pushed by the NBA.
Right.
And
No,
Bill Russell, like so, leave it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar don't really fool with Michael Jordan like that. That's why you notice every time we speak on Michael Jordan, he kind of criticizes him. And like you can't, and you got to understand it. You know what I mean? Like even Michael Jordan had to keep it real in his Hall of Fame speech. People don't really talk about this. He will say, well, publicly, he's not gonna call himself the GOAT. Publicly,
Right.
you will never say he can't, because he can't do it because he has conversation with these players.
No,
You think Michael Jordan?
Hey, hold on 1 second, y'all. We got a new guy in the chat. This is his first time in. We got Lee in here. He hit the super chat already, so I really want to see what he has on this topic. Go ahead, Lee.
What up, Lee?
Hey, what's going on, brothers? First and foremost, thank you guys for having me on. Thanks, Lamont. This is my first time. Salute to all you brothers. God bless you all. Number one,
sir, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Number two, I'm 29. So I'm not gonna act as if I'm a basketball fanat or an expert. I've just been watching for over 25 years. I grew up in an era with MJ and Penny,
That's true.
Shaq, and Kobe later on, and T-Mac and Tim Duncan. So yes, there's a lot of nostalgia in the 90s. I can't take away, better yet, nobody can take away 6-0. Nobody, absolutely not. I just feel, even though I can't decide between MJ and LeBron, they're both, supremely gifted athletes, and they're definitely all-time greats. My only problem is that for whatever reason, it just seems as if Mr. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has been removed from the discussion as the GOAT, and he's just as if he doesn't have a say, or as if he's not at the seat at the table. And a lot of this is the fault of today's media, as you guys so eloquently stated earlier. All people talk about is 6-0. And that's it. People don't talk about, well, MJ did. I don't like to say a player loss to a team. I like to say, the best player, or I like to say, the team with the best player happened to lose to the other team. Because at the end of the day, it's a team sport. Now, I get it, because you're the best player, you're going to get, the boatload of the credit and boatload of the blame. But it just seems as if, if you listen to Skip Bayless, you listen to Stephen A. Smith, Rob Parker, and Doug Gottlieb, good Lord, help them. It just seems as if Michael Jordan only played from 1991 to 1990. And when he did come back, in March 19th of 1995 against the Pacers, and when he came back during the playoffs, it seems as if the NBA just burnt the tapes, and Michael Jordan never lost to the Orlando Magic. It's just weird to me. But I don't know who the GOAT is. At one point I said MJ because of all the shoes and all this stuff, and I was young. Well, I'm still young. Then I said, when LeBron came back 3-1 down against the Warriors, I said, okay, it's LeBron. But then when I really got to analyze the history of the game and not just look at stats, but just look at impact as well. I don't care about the usage and the PER. Yeah, that stuff is pretty numbers, but what is your impact at the end of the day? And people just disqualify Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for whatever reason.
Well, I can tell you the reason if you want to know why.
Yes, sir.
So the reporters during Kareem's years that should have pushed Kareem onto the new reporters.
Yes, sir.
When he changed his name and became a Muslim, he was done.
Wasn't his original name Blue Wall Cinder?
Yeah, that got something to do with that. It got something to do with that.
When he went Muslim, he was finished. Because you got to remember, this was during the same time that Muhammad Ali was making his stand.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And that disqualified Kareem from ever being in the argument because they're not going to hold up anyone pushing black people.
And remember, he was a part of that strike in the '68, right before he got to the NBA. And when he was in UCLA, he said he ain't gonna play for the Olympics in this country. Not for this country. So, he ain't gonna play in the Olympics.
Right. So Kareem will never, ever get into that argument because the reporters in his era didn't push him into it. They were waiting for somebody to take his place.
I mean, it's
but people that's not. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But like anybody who doesn't, when it comes down to it, anybody that doesn't put Kareem in that conversation didn't watch basketball. I mean, doesn't know basketball. So it's like the certain names that you talk about, I know if you're just an everyday fan or if you really dive into the game and really try to do your due diligence. But even like with Kareem in the media, he never his whole career he never had a good relationship with the media. He was very aloof with them. So and that's why the media kill players like Russell Westbrook and players of that caliber because they're aloof with them. They don't really show them respect. So I mean, all the players that get killed, bro, it's a direct correlation to how they treat the media. You can see.
You guys are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Would you brother say in reference to, I don't want to say the hype train behind MJ, but his stature in sports, especially in the NBA, would you guys say a lot of that or part of that is media driven? Because I've been of the thought for years that Air Jordan, the brand, for whatever reason, people can't separate Air Jordan, the brand, and the marketability behind Air Jordan from the basketball player.
Yep.
Hold on, I was about to say something along that same line. I want everybody's input on this, and I want y'all to tell me if this might play a small, as far as the logic behind some of the way that Jordan fans and 90 fans feel. And as a kid, when I look back when I grew up, video games played a part of my life. I love video games, especially sports games. When you look at some of those sports games in the 90s, look at how miraculous they made the players. You literally could and what I'm saying is, and this is no exaggeration, even not just NBA Jam like this, but just all of the sports games, you could literally take your favorite player and probably score 100 points with no problem. And that's how great they were. And so everywhere you looked, everybody was elevated to some degree. Everybody in the 90s was I feel like they were overly elevated to a certain degree, not just in the media, but just also in video games. So I think as a kid growing up, now I use Jordan on NBA Live 95, and I scored 162 points with him. He's unstoppable. I think that carries on as you grow up. I think that plays a part in it too, because that's why I say the nostalgia is the big reason. And that's why so many Jordan fans are so emotionally tied to the fact that they don't want to see him fall from the GOAT status. Do y'all think things like video games and commercials, all of that stuff play a role in it?
I mean, he had a brand, man. Jordan brand alone, like you said, that paved the way for LeBron James. Like LeBron James, when his first press conference, I want to be the richest athlete of all time, and that was because of Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Even Magic Johnson. I mean, Larry Bird. he's a general manager, whatever. But like he's well off. You know what I mean? But like Magic Johnson makes a lot of money because they got pushed for the NBA. You know that, and like Michael Jordan and now LeBron on his road to being a billionaire and going to be an owner in the NBA someday. So that's what people have to realize. Like, he's also the brand, and also, so it's like it's definitely important.
Video games, I would say yes, brother Lamont. I would take it a step further. I was thinking of Air Jordan shoes, Air Jordan apparel. I was Gatorade, Nike, Hanes, the MCI batteries. I know a lot of people
They the whole All-Star jerseys.
All-Star jerseys. Everything commercial. Mars,
movie, Space Jam, all like
the
references. Michael Jordan references in music. Like, you know how many Michael Jordan bars I heard in my life? Like, come on, man. Like, it's insane. Like
NBA cards.
That's why people defend him so much, though, of that era. Like, it's like when you growing up and watching these players, it's like that for me and LeBron. Like, when you growing up and watching these players, you get an attachment to them. You feel me? So as you see their commercials, you watch them play. You feel me? That's you attach to them, your childhood. So like when you come at a player, it's like you coming at their childhood and the nostalgia and the connection that they grew with it. So then they stop looking at it objectively from a basketball sense.
Right.
And Lamont, I'm glad you brought up that nostalgia point.
Oh, go ahead, Hebrew. My bad.
That was huge. That nostalgia point, that's huge. I think that can't be understated because that is exactly what's going to happen with LeBron with these younger guys, including myself, obviously. And when we get older and stuff like that, and we remember LeBron, we remember him scoring 25 out of the last 29 points in that Detroit game. We remember him coming out of Miami and doing what he did. We remember him coming back from a 3-1 deficit against a 73-win team, and we remember him win with LA. We'll remember all that, and we'll glorify that even to the umpteenth degree. And then those younger guys coming up in the future generations will think that it was actually greater than it actually was to a certain point. That they'll even, I know what LeBron, they just think, I didn't see LeBron, so I guess it must be true. Just with a lot of those, that's like a lot of younger guys who didn't see Jordan with The Last Dance. They're like, oh wow, this dude, he hit every shot, all these highlights, he hit every shot, he never lost, he hit 63, it's just a lot of over exaggeration to a point where it will cloud certain people's it'll change certain people's opinion on their players and who they think is the GOAT, in my opinion.
I'm glad you said that because and I'm sorry, I won't say much moving forward. But I'm glad you guys said that because if you listen to Skip Bayless, I literally skip every time he speaks, pun intended. But if you listen to him and other people, you would assume that Michael Jordan averaged 113 points, 95 rebounds, 79 assists, 47 steals, 100% from the three-point line, dunked from half court, died on the cross of Jesus, resurrected, came back to earth, and was 15-0 in the finals. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's you missed the last second shot as well. Like, you guys do know that, right? People talk about his 63 points and he lost, but LeBron scores 51 in Game 1 of the finals in 2018 and is crucified. It's just, but that's just my take.
No, you're right, but you're 100% right. I like what Designs RS said. He said it's not the same because of social media. Fame felt different in the 90s. That's 100% correct too. Fame did feel different. I would say to a certain degree that a lot of those athletes were a bit more glorified because again, you saw them less. Like, we see LeBron whenever we want with social media. Back in the 90s, you didn't do that. When you saw your favorite athlete or your favorite players, it was a much bigger deal because you really didn't see them that much. They weren't put in front of your face that much unless you were reading a newspaper or Sports Illustrated magazine or something like that.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
but it's also, man, we gotta understand this too. It's not. It's gonna be a constant thing, man. Because like I said, they prepping people to replace to be the face of the league. LeBron's not gonna be playing the league forever. I mean, look, he said he got 5, 6 more years left, but hey, he put the timeline on. So hey, they prepping somebody
Oh,
in the league right now.
we got Cho Boy. He said we bashing MJ now. He says he only takes the opinion that people actually saw MJ and Brown play. I saw him play. We're not bashing. We haven't said nothing bad about
We ain't
MJ.
bashing them.
I
They just
bash
talking.
Bill Russell's
I
era
mean,
as
but
Everyone's
well.
older
They
players
talk
act like
about
you
how
critiquing
can't
MJ
watch
getting
everything
these
they
older
said
slumbers
so
and
players.
all
far.
that.
Older
But they never
players.
saw
I mean,
Bill Russell
And,
play. They never
and
saw
here's the
Wilt play.
problem. This is one of the worst takes you can have. I hate it when people say, "How old are you? You didn't see MJ play." That's like the worst argument that you can have because it's not very hard to go see MJ play. And,
YouTube.
and you can research the
they got
player.
his whole
See,
Anybody,
series on
you
YouTube.
can
and
research right.
on top of the fact that these people, a lot of people in the 90s, they need to, I feel like they need to do more research because they forgot how Kareem played, how Bill
Magic.
Russell played, and how Oscar Robertson played. They forgot about all of those guys because they're the ones that labeled MJ to GOAT after he won his third championship. They didn't even allow him to finish out his career. So they're the ones that need to really do their history. Because these young guys, you talk to some of them like CJ, they'll mess around and start running off stuff about players you never knew of. And I'm like, dang, like they really know more about the game than some of y'all. Because y'all just yelling 6-0. And everybody else is running around talking about the game, stats, field goal percentages.
Right, baby
This
Skip Baylesses, man. Baby Skip Baylesses out here, man.
crazy. So
Like,
people is more versed, more studied on players than a lot of these older guys who just run around just talking about making up narratives and
right,
just
man.
crazy stuff about
It's
the
a
game. Trudy
never ending cycle.
long time.
Never ending cycle, man. And like I said, it's gonna happen to LeBron James too, man. Like it or not, man. If people do the same thing with LeBron, it's a never ending cycle, man. And like I
Yeah.
said, LeBron gonna be a go right now, and next 35 years or something like that. That's gonna change. Believe it or
Shit, I
not,
give it
man.
I give it about
Hey
10
Lamont,
years.
I think you was on to something though, right?
That
When you
boy from
said
Slavonia is coming, man. That
That
boy
Luke,
coming.
you know
Hold
they
on,
pushing Luca to the moon.
hold on. What was you saying? Who is that? Bees?
yeah, I think you was right when you said you was on to something, right? When you said Jordan fans were scared. I think it's even more than Jordan fans. I think Jordan's scared. I think Jordan's scared
Of
of
course.
losing his throne.
Come on,
You would
man.
have never had a last dance because Mike's attitude is like, you not near me. Mike's attitude, the way his persona is, he didn't need to do anything. For him to do that last dance, that says a lot. And
Nah,
on
Quite.
top
but
of
be
that,
fair. Hold up, hold up.
hold on, man. Let me finish my point, bro. And
Okay.
on top of that, like I listened to the argument last night on a little bit on tickets where they were talking about Chris Paul. Mike gets a pass. Mike was the second owner vetoing that trade. Mike vetoed that Kobe Chris Paul trade. And I think that says more about him not wanting Kobe to get 6 titles. He don't want no one near him.
MJ did that.
Hold on,
He
whoa, whoa.
don't
How did
want no
Michael
one
Jordan? How
near
did
him.
Michael Jordan veto that trade?
No, hey, dog, you go and go do your research. Dan Gilbert wrote the letter. Michael Jordan and the
MJ
dude
run the
beside him,
league.
they the ones that had David Stern do
Hey,
what they
man,
did.
nigga.
David Stern don't move without the owners telling him to move. David Stern don't run the league. The owners run the league. I'm just telling
No,
you.
but
Hey,
I
man,
mean,
just think of why Allen Iverson got all of them damn flames after he broke
Yeah,
MJ neck,
I'm telling
broke
you.
his neck and his
Hey,
fucking
all
back
these
and his
dudes,
fucking knee and his fucking
LeBron,
ankle.
hey, come
LeBron,
on, man. Don't
Luka,
disrespect Mike
all
like
these
that, though,
dudes
man.
have huge egos. They all got huge egos.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
Bees. Facts. All of them got huge ego. That's
yeah.
100%
Everybody
fact.
I'm
got you.
telling you.
Everybody got huge
Luka,
ego, but I don't think Michael Jordan, like, he's competitive, but I
Nuh-uh,
don't think.
man. Look at that.
hey
Hold,
Look at
dog,
that.
I'm
hold
telling
up,
you the
That
hold up,
truth.
that
hold up,
that.
though.
Nobody ever says that Mike had anything to do with denying the Chris Paul trade. I'm telling you, do your homework.
Nah, but even if he did, I don't think it had nothing to do with Chris
I
Paul. I mean, with
believe it.
him wanting Kobe to get
I
6 rings.
don't
I mean,
I don't
he
believe. I think that's the league.
him as
I
the
think the
owner gonna
league
be
did
the
that.
owners got
I
tired
think the
of the
league did
Lakers
that.
fleecing people for the
Hey,
yeah
I
the
tell you what,
NBA been more
I think
people
the
fleecing,
league.
bro.
Look
I
who got
think the
the most
league did
flames
that.
in
The league never pushing Kobe like
the
that.
All right.
Anyway, so
the
Well,
they
league,
look.
didn't
Look
need
who got
Michael
the
Jordan.
most flames.
Oh,
the
Look who
league
got the most
doesn't
flames in the
do.
hold
NBA.
on, y'all.
Kobe.
hold on. The
MJ,
league doesn't do anything
Kobe,
that the owners
AI,
don't
and
want.
Bron.
The
Hold on, the
league
Chris.
never does
Hey,
anything that the owners don't want because the NBA own that team.
yeah, that's facts.
That's a good point.
Owners own that team. They have a say in that, and they shut that shit down. That wasn't David Stern. David Stern took his marching orders and he did what he was told to do.
No, but I mean, if you
So
look
you
at it,
think
bro, the
right?
whole NBA didn't want that trade to happen because they was tired of the Lakers fleecing. Like that whole thing
Nah,
happened out there.
man. Nah.
They got Paul
I don't
Gasol, bro.
disagree.
The league did
All I'm telling
that
you
deal with
is
Paul Gasol, bro, with that owner, bro. They fleeced his ass, bro.
So basically,
hey,
you saying Michael Jordan snake
And
Kobe
Lamont,
Bryant?
I'm telling you,
back to
Michael
Nah,
that
Jordan
social
and
media
Oh
Kobe
point,
shit!
man.
Bryant.
Hold on,
the
y'all. We got.
NBA didn't
I'm
want that to
Because
happen,
Hold
bro.
on, Hold on, y'all. We got.
Just look it up, bro.
Bees. Hold on 1 second. I see you in
Look
our
it up.
social. Hold on. We got my homie in here. This is my homie Eric.
What's going on, peeps? How y'all doing?
This is my homie, and this dude.
What up, Eric?
What's
Hey,
going
this
on?
dude.
What's going on?
Hey, he was a bum on the basketball court, but you know.
Hey
I
yo.
hear you.
No. Hold on. No. My
Hey.
homie who. My homie played at. He transferred to Purdue. Oh, hold on. What was the first school you played at?
I went to Cornell before I went to Purdue.
Cornell. Hey, he got boomed on by Marcus Cousins though. Marcus Cousins put him in a blender. But you know, we just messing with you. Hey, Eric, I know you heard us talking, man. What you got on this, man?
Yeah, so I mean, I jumped in towards the end of the conversation, so I haven't gotten the whole gist of things. I still personally think MJ is number one, and LeBron is like right there. Quite frankly, to me, I can't reward a man for losing that many times in the finals, especially against that Mavs team, man. I still have to hold that against him, but I do kind of agree with a lot of sentiment that MJ is a little bit overrated, and people put him at such a high pedestal. I mean, the league was weaker back then. His finals opponents were pretty good, but actually LeBron James has probably overall been against more finals opponents, especially Hall of Famers. So you got to take that into consideration. I think at the end of the day, LeBron will overtake him just because he's going to be number one on pretty much every list. And then two for me, and Lamont knows this as well, like sports is big to me, but kind of social impact and social change is bigger. And so I lost respect a lot, you know, from a personal perspective on MJ when the whole like Republicans buy my sneakers too BS. And LeBron has done so much more in terms of being involved and, you know, voting and having his own school and just being like a good representative of what we see as a black male that just happens to play sports too. So, man, that's just my opinion on the take. You know, I'll chime in and chirp in, you know, when I see fit, but that's just me.
All right, man. That's the homie Eric, man. Good seeing you in here, man.
Yeah, man. Don't be throwing. Hey, you can't. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. You just can't throw shots at me when you first see me. Whoa. At least let me, like, you know, like warm up a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's all love. You know, it's all love, man. You the homie.
Because I carried you through all three of those championships.
Oh man,
my back still hurt. I ain't hooped this so long. I got a herniated disc from carrying this dude. So you know, it is what it is.
You got.
Lamont, let me find out you was a big pooper, nigga.
Oh man.
Let me find out you was a role player, Lamont.
Role player.
Let me
He
find
was a
out you was
role player. He was a role player.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna do my dude like that, man. We had a good time hooping.
That boy was a role player.
But I had to get back because my shots at me off rip. So
oh man, I know. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You carried us in some of them games. That was some crazy games.
I was streaky, man, like J.R. Smith, but just like bully ball version.
Yeah, that's what's up, though, man. Hold on, antisocial. What you got on this? I know you heard us talking about it.
Yeah, me personally, I don't know about you fellas, dog. I'm tired of this shit, bro.
Facts, man. I ain't gonna
bro, I'm to the point now, bro. They was all great. I don't give a fuck who you got as your boy. No, I'm getting tired of it, dog. Like, have y'all ever noticed, like, basketball is the only sport where you pit all black men against another black man, bro? Right. You hear people asking who's the greatest golfer of all time? You hear people asking who's the best hockey player of all time?
Like, they do it, but it ain't that deep. But they do it, but it ain't that deep.
But like, you don't even hear people really doing it with football neither.
Because it's a team. Football is a team sport, and they make it. That's why they. But it's different. But it's like they still talk about Joe Montana to this day.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
what I'm
mean?
saying? Because I mean, to other people logic, if you lose a Super Bowl, that means you can't be the greatest, even though you got 6.
I'm
You know what
so
I'm
glad.
saying?
I was just about to say something on that. I'm so glad you said that. Please continue.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. If you looking at niggas logic because you won, because you ain't you undefeated in the finals, or you undefeated in Super Bowls, that means you the greatest of all time. No,
Right.
bro.
Right.
Tom Brady
Anti.
is the greatest of all time that we
Right,
done
but
seen, bro.
anti. Right. Let me come. I ain't mean to cut you off, but like
No, you good.
that hater like Rob Parker. That hater like Rob Parker.
Can't
Who
stand that, bro. I can't stand that dude.
He got nerve to call about Jordan the GOAT. He got 6 rings, but call Tom Brady a bum. He washed up and all that. Man, I mean a hater, man.
I can't
He a
stand that
hater,
dude, bro.
man. I mean
I
a
can't stand that
Jordanite.
dude, bro. I can't stand that dude, bro.
There's
I'll,
just
I'll
so
kind of
much.
clap back on that a little bit in regards.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
I get your point, no doubt. And I think people overrate the whole like losing in the finals. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I also think you got to compare it against perfection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to knock it to the point where like he's disqualified, but at the same time, like you got to give something to a man that never lost in the finals. That's just my take.
Yeah,
I respect that, but I don't want to overblow it either. Because if you harp on it too much, like I said, if you harp on it, like Bill Russell got 11 of them things, and we didn't forgot about him. Because again, people harped on it too much.
And what people tell you, the first thing they say about his ring, he only scored 14 points a game.
Yeah,
he still got 11 rings though, bro.
Or they'll say he had great teammates. He played with Hall of Famers.
He still got 11 rings though.
That man got 11. That man got 11 rings. You ever seen that picture? That man had 11 rings on his hands, yo.
No doubt, no doubt.
Like that's one of the most flex. That's one of the biggest flex, most basketball picture I ever seen in my life, man. Like he had 11 rings in his hands. You got 11 rings,
bro. Back to what I was saying, dog. When it comes to me, dog, like I'm just tired of pitting these niggas against each other, bro. Because it look like it's going like this. If we in this era, dog, and we young, like in our 30s or our late 20s and shit like that, people are the, oh, you didn't see Jordan play, so you don't know what you talking about. And the niggas of the 90s and the niggas that are older, you know what I'm saying, the old heads, they like, oh, Jordan is the greatest of all time. Y'all didn't see shit. All right, you might be right, dog, but at the same time, don't knock this man because we see what y'all seen Jordan do. And then another thing that really give me is, oh, how LeBron did it. Oh, he didn't stay on a certain team. He didn't get it. He didn't get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go through the fire. He didn't go through the fire. He didn't do shit. Bro, I'm like, we're in a whole new era right now, dog. I'm like, ain't none of these dudes finna sit up here and stay on no bum ass team, and you ain't put no talent around me, dog. They not doing that shit no more.
Get out the mud.
So tired of hearing niggas say that shit, bro. Oh, they did it like this. They did it like, man, I don't give a fuck how you did it, dog. Just because you go put so much talent on a team, that don't mean that team got to get there. You still got to go put the work in to get there, bro, and win that shit.
You got to clock in the day. You just got to put that work in.
You still got to clock in at the end of the day, exactly. Yo, fuck, how much talent is on your team?
Where you get fired, listen.
And man, I would say too, especially like players in the 90s, if they had the opportunity to do that, what LeBron did, they were absolutely done it. Like Michael Jordan would have commanded that every single time. So, I mean, it's
James Worthy available.
Yeah, they would have did that. Yeah. Barkley even admitted it. They just don't want to admit they would have done it because of how they talk about this era. They would have definitely did it if they knew they real value. Like players didn't really start knowing their real value until when they saw Jordan command them $30 million contracts on his last championship run with the Bulls. That's when they was like, yeah, they really got the money to really pay us like that.
But hold up. Hey, with that, Lamar, didn't Jordan threaten them? If y'all don't pay me, I'm going to the Knicks.
Yep.
Did he not threaten them and say that?
That happened. That man about to team up with Patrick Ewing, and then he wouldn't even retire the first time. I mean the second time. He wouldn't even retire the second time, so he would have probably played all the way to the early 2000s and got more rings.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan pushing all his North Carolina brother, and they just wouldn't sign him.
Yeah, it's just
his whole career. I mean, we just need to stop arguing about
and just enjoy these dudes, man. That's
There
it.
you go. That's what I'm on, dog. I'm
Yeah,
like,
facts, facts, facts.
I'm tired of
Yeah.
arguing about this
That's
shit,
the
dog. I'm
title of
like,
the
if you
video.
can't,
Let's stop trying to compare them, man. We just
Yeah.
just
at the
enjoy
end
it
of
because
at the end of the day, LeBron gonna go down as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Jordan already there, Kobe already there. It's cool. Whether you want to pit them against each other, I ain't with that shit no more, dog.
Hey, what about Carmelo?
Ask Will.
Disrespectful.
Ask
hold
Will.
on.
Oh, you
Hey, Eric,
disrespectful.
Eric,
Ask Will.
Eric. You know what's so funny is that we be, oh man, that's deep when you
Ask
go
Will.
there because it's
Ask
actually
Will.
people who believe Melo is better than LeBron.
He went to
I am the
Detroit.
biggest Melo fan of all time, and like, no, I mean that's my guy. I like to watch him score 1-on-1, but like, let's be real here.
Word,
League.
the argument be like this, man. If he would have went to Detroit, when
Sure.
LeBron who? They would have pushed Melo.
Yeah, you see,
Hey,
They
brothers.
might have
we
had one
sound just
ring, and
like
that
they
would have
be
been it.
sounding, bro.
Hey,
We
brothers.
sound just.
I thought about this a long time ago. Part of me, and I'm in agreement with you guys. I just don't have a number one anymore. I just love them both. Part of it also in terms of legacy and in terms of winning. Part of it, sometimes where you're drafted matters, and sometimes the organization that you have in terms of a good support system matters. Part of me wishes, as much as I love Cleveland, as much as I love Ohio, part of me wishes LeBron was never drafted by the Cavaliers because of what he's endured over the years and the conversation that we're having now. Can you imagine that 2003 draft? What if the San Antonio Spurs had the number one draft pick?
Ooh.
Do you know how many rings LeBron, instead of 4-6, LeBron may be 10-0? I'm just saying.
Man.
So that's my first part. The second part, one of the brothers earlier mentioned Patrick Ewing and talked about how people don't do the research. I can remember, like I said earlier, I'm 29, but I remember watching the Nick series, on YouTube for 92. People don't talk about, the Charles. They don't talk. They don't talk about Wilkins, Herb Williams, Mace. I could just go on and on. So yeah, I have a little basketball knowledge, guys. Just sad that in today's climate, if you didn't win an NBA championship ring, you're pretty much treated like a bum. And it's like that's not fair to players like Patrick Ewing, Malone, Stockton. Got two players that are super underrated, especially in NBA history, mainly in the 90s, that shockingly only have one All-Star appearance between both of them, and that's, God rest his soul, Cliff Robinson and Rod Strickland. Like those players, who are fantastic players that don't really get the notoriety that they have, that they should receive. They don't get the recognition of how great they are. But that just goes to my point where if you didn't win a ring because of Michael Jordan, you're a bum. And it's just sad. That's my second point. And then my last point, I know it's MJ LeBron topic. So I'm going to just stay on topic. But I agree with you guys. Like I said earlier, I used to have MJ at number one just because I was biased. Then I got older. Then I was like, you know what? Because of the 3-1, I will admit I was in a moment. LeBron came back and beat the Warriors. Okay, LeBron's number one. The Last Dance kind of got everybody up and down. And then I heard recently, actually this week, that literally that you guys remember the Michael Jordan movie, IMAX?
I think so.
Yes, that's actually re-releasing. And part of me was like, that's just MJ being petty right after LeBron won. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy basketball history, and I don't really have a number one. That's just me.
Right. I personally think Jordan and LeBron, like low key, like they know what's going on, so they just egging the fans on. In my personal opinion, because like Jordan controls a lot of people forget this too. They say LeBron controls the media. Jordan controls a lot of the media too. Like Jordan, like I think they ended on it and just being competitive at this point when it comes to their brands. Because like I don't think Jordan has a problem with LeBron whatsoever, even vice versa.
I don't either.
Because LeBron is influenced by Michael Jordan when it comes to even outside the court when it comes to his brand.
I disagree on that one.
Hold on,
it's petty. It is petty, but it's competitive when it comes to their brand.
CJ, I ain't heard you say nothing in a minute. What you got on it?
With Jordan and LeBron be not liking each other or some shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do they respect each other? Yeah, but will MJ and LeBron ever work together? I don't know, but I don't know. At this point, I think both of them just show each other. LeBron came out on the Instagram story talking about do my homework. But we all know what Brown was doing. You know what I'm saying? We all know what he was doing. So, and with the IMAX thing though, MJ was being petty with that too, bro. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the re-released his Last Dance the same day LeBron won a championship. You feel me? And with the Last Dance,
Jordan petty, man. Jordan competitive, man. Like,
so with the Last Dance, what Jordan was trying to do is, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to show young niggas like me, like 19, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to tell me like this is what I did in my era. But that didn't work on me because I'm too smart for that. That didn't work on me.
Talk that shit, Hey, work on me, man. I ain't get the Kool-Aid.
Because I see the little shit. You know what I'm saying? I see the little shit.
Yeah.
Was it a great documentary? Yes, it was. But I was in like, oh my God, MJ, like this and that. It was cool. It was cool to me.
LeBron gotta make a documentary, man.
It was something cool to me.
Hey, one thing that Jordan should probably be careful with dabbing into this era because it will eventually open him up to be criticized. Right now he's untouchable. But the more he comes into this era, the more people are going to start to peel back the layers.
No, people been doing that though.
No, people just start like with the like when he got into the 3-point contest and only made 5 threes. You know what I'm saying? People about to start like nobody. I guarantee you, nobody knew he got into the 3-point contest. They about to start digging into the record books and pulling all types of stuff just to throw shots at him instead of respecting his game. But that's
he was a role player. He was a role player in college. He was a role player. They gonna nitpick. He was a role player in college.
Hey, boy, you would never hear niggas call that nigga no role player, boy.
He was a role player in college, man. He just hit that game winner, man.
He was though. He was the best player on that team.
He was a role player.
Hey, brothers. Ain't no nigga finna call.
Hey, brothers. I'm one.
LeBron was never a role player. He was a star since high school.
Yeah, bro.
I get so tired of arguing shit, bro. Like I'm like, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, bro.
That joke be funny though, man.
Hey, brothers. I have one question, and this is something that I've really wanted to know for years. Why is it that LeBron just gets so much hate and vitriol? Like, what did he do to get all this hate? Is it because of the decision?
I got an easy answer for that one.
What up, Eric? What you got on it, Eric?
He was a black man that was able to control his own destiny in the league. Period.
That's true.
How many times do I say that?
Hey, but hold on.
Exactly what I said.
Most of his hate come from black people, bro.
I didn't say way. That's a whole nother conversation for another.
But hold on. I said the same exact thing. Is hate because again, when you look at players in the '90s, they couldn't move around like that. They didn't have the freedom like they was really slaves to the team almost, signing them 10-year deals and all that.
You go into a whole different discussion.
I mean that last year he was in Cleveland before he came back. I mean, look at his roster. Ilgauskas, he was done. Drew Gooden, Iron Noble, Demario Moon, Anthony Parker. Eric Snow.
Trash.
Eric Snow.
Trash.
Come on, man. Hey yo. We can't stop. Yo, we gotta stop disrespecting Eric Snow, man. We gotta stop disrespecting Eric Snow, man. Hey yo, he gets slandered for no reason, man. Come on, man. He was a solid defender, man. Hold up. He had to guard Kobe on, man. Come on, he had to guard the best. Come on, don't do that, man. Don't do Eric Snow like that, man. He couldn't shoot. But he could pass and play defense.
Right. They're all I'm not calling any of them scrubs because they're clearly all of them are better than me. Every last one of them. But it's just compared to
me too.
I'm mad you said no doubt, but it's true though.
No, I'm saying about me too. Yeah. Keep going now.
but no, it's all good, brother. But it's just if you compare those rosters to what Tim Duncan had around him, what Kobe had around him, what Shaq had around him, heck, D Wade, Dirk. It's like, do you really blame LeBron for leaving? I don't.
No.
I mean, I honestly believe LeBron would have been another Charles Barkley who stayed in Cleveland his whole career. I don't think he would ever had a ring if he stayed in Cleveland. I really don't believe it.
I don't think so.
I think he would have got one
him.
eventually.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
he would have
not
got one
because of him.
eventually.
It's not because of him. It's not because of him and talent. It's because of the organization and Gilbert. So it's funny the hypocrisy of the media and people and LeBron haters, because it's okay for management to make moves, but when the player decides to make moves, oh no, he's disloyal. There's no loyalty, bro.
It's a fact.
Anybody who starts saying that loyalty stuff, I ask them if another company come to you tomorrow paying $20 more an hour, I bet you quit.
I'm gone, nigga. I'm gone.
Ain't no
no 2-week notice, no nothing.
Nigga, I'm gone.
I guarantee it. I don't care if it's family working there.
yeah. Or no 2-week notice. No 2-week notice at all. I'm out.
And just to piggyback off what you were saying, I feel like Dan Gilbert, he had the itis of what these other owners had was he was cool just getting deep in the playoffs and losing because he was about the revenue.
Yep.
And I feel like when a lot of guys, when they say they love LeBron when he was in Cleveland, they know, like they talk about Antoine and and Shaq, but Antoine was a shell of himself. Shaq was beyond a shell of himself at that point. You knew he wasn't going to be a threat to MJ's legacy. Once he took it in his own hands, now it's, he ain't shit. He ain't about this life. Like, come on, bro.
Because he was not going to beat the big three in Boston,
and no one was going to.
Hold up, I think a lot of people don't understand, bro, the landscape of what happened around LeBron James. He seen San Antonio. They had a big three down there. You basically had a big four in Boston. Rondo was up and coming, bro. Rondo was a key part of them winning championships, bro. It was a big four in Boston. I need help, nigga.
Paul Pierce's rival talking trash to him. You got K. Now I got Young there. I got KG. They got Rondo. Come on, man. It's like Boston.
MJ didn't win until he.
You got Rondo making me look crazy. I'm jumping in the air looking crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he leaves Cleveland if Boston don't end up with the big three. I think he stays.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he would have stayed put. But the fact, bro, you wasn't putting nobody around me who was averaging 25 points a game. You didn't go give me nobody like that.
Right. LeBron was like, this is gonna be a breeze.
Back in Cleveland. I think the camel that broke I think the straw that brought the camel's back in Cleveland was when they decided to keep J.J. Hickson instead of trading him for Amari. At that point, you have to leave.
Of course.
Oh yeah, you got to. That was the worst.
Hold up.
And the fact that Amari went to the Western Conference Finals that year, you have to leave.
Hold on. Run about me again. I ain't even hear about that.
Yeah. So 2010.
At that point, Phoenix, they were kind of off on Amari because he was playing a little off. And then they made a trade offer for J.J. Hickson, but they didn't want to do it because they liked his potential. And then
Amari was
came out. Amari started balling, and then they went to the conference finals to lose to the Lakers.
Wow.
I didn't even know that shit, bro.
And I don't think you can use the excuse that Amari got hurt because he wasn't hurt up until that point. He was healthy.
Yeah, Amari and LeBron.
I think he went to New York. He went to New York.
And plus, when you look at it,
MVP
LeBron does damage with dudes he can do the pick and roll with. The pick and roll with Amari would have been nasty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they didn't trade him.
Didn't want to give up a measly first-round pick, and I've said this for the longest. I will always take proven players over picks any day of the week.
Bro.
Hey, that's what Golden State about to do.
Yep.
Unless you're a generational talent like the 2022 draft, I want to say, with a guy named Evan Mobley and Isaiah Todd and Jalen Green. Unless you're those type of players, I'm trading the pick. I'm trading the pick.
And like Christ the King said, they didn't make the trade. They pushing LeBron. That means the expectation was getting higher and higher and higher because they kept pushing him to get to the finals, but he wasn't getting there.
Yeah, people forget MJ didn't win until Scottie Pippen was fully developed, and he had Phil Jackson. But
Yeah, people don't like to harp on that though. When you start saying that, they start cringing and acting crazy.
Word, man. Man, Scottie Pippen, who?
Right? Yeah. They be really acting like Scotty was a bum.
Especially Skip Bayless, Joe. Skip Bayless, Skip Bayless the reason for that too, though, man. Influencing people like, man, Scottie Pippen, he ain't no top 50 greatest player of all time. When he discredited that man, everything that man do. Scottie Pippen, he makes it like Scottie Pippen was a bum.
94 season. Check his stats.
Well, that makes you like Scottie.
He was
led the team in every statistical category.
Third MVP voting ballot. And if it wasn't for Hugh Holland's call, in my opinion, they would have beat the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they would have faced the Rockets.
But you can't even knock Skip though. Mike himself in the Last Dance dissed Scotty the whole damn show.
Not necessarily true. He said he needed Scottie Pippen to win them championships. That's not necessarily true.
He made that dude. He made it sound like I lost because that dude had a headache. He called him weak, dog.
Hey, but he also said he needed him. He needed Scottie Pippen to win them championships. He did say that.
He did.
At the end of the day, everything they back and forth. They have a back and forth, like a brother type of relationship, back and forth relationship. But at the end of the day, he gives Scottie Pippen that credit, saying, "Listen, I couldn't do this without you."
I'm with you, True. All I'm saying, and I'm not making an attack against Mike. What I'm saying is, this documentary was to honor you. You didn't have to say nothing bad about Scotty. You didn't have to. You could have just glorified Scotty the whole time, but you actually weakened Scotty. Man, people was talking so much junk about Scotty after that second episode, and then that's like a newspaper correction when you come back and say you need him.
Jordan petty. He always gonna be petty. He's the most insecure, petty man. He's just petty, man. I mean,
yeah, petty dude. Cause him and Scotty went back and forth. I mean, they have a weird relationship, but it's like I don't know. Scotty said some things. I mean, I remember Scotty said LeBron was the best player of all time. So it's like they have a weird type of relationship.
Now he backtracked on it, but
so they they have a weird relationship. That's why I didn't take that serious because like it's what they like. I don't know. They've been around each other for years. You know what I mean? So it's like. That's
I think Scotty destroyed the weight of his word with all his flip flopping. It don't even matter what he said.
I think, and I don't even think like Jordan said if he had his top five, he always gonna pick Scottie Pippen in his five. So it's like he always got love for him. So I don't know.
Hold up. So we got somebody who played with Mike who said LeBron was the greatest. Now we got somebody who played with Kobe said LeBron the greatest. You see what Meta World
man,
said?
you got legends that said LeBron is the GOAT.
Hold on, basketball players. I'm gonna tell you one thing: basketball players, especially ones who play at the NBA level, they really respect what he does on the court. They gonna respect it more than what fans do, especially when you went through the grind, and you know what it takes to really be that good. That's why when I was talking earlier about stat padding, you can't stat pad when you get to the high level, like at D1, NBA. Ain't no such thing as stat padding. It's too talented. Either you can score or you can't. And I'm going to try to score whenever I can at that level. You have to. I mean, look at Eric.
Andre Bloch.
Look, Eric can tell you, like, especially at that level, how hard it is because he played one of them great Kentucky teams with DeMarcus Cousins. It's just like, ain't no such thing as stat pad. That's the closest thing you get on the D1 level of playing an NBA team. Ain't no stat pad, even in garbage time. So. It's sad, man. It's sad how people just throw that word around and don't really even know what it means.
Fellas. Hey, I just want to say I appreciate the opportunity to hop on this debate, man. I want to do this more often. I got to get up off out of here, but
sure, man. Hey, appreciate it, Eric.
I'll hit you up. Yes, sir. Peace.
Hey, guys! I was gonna say the same thing. I'm about to just listen. I'm still gonna listen to you guys, but I'm just gonna relax a little bit. But yeah, this is my first time. I definitely want to join. These topics even more. Salute to you, brothers. Lamont, I appreciate you. Finally, an objective observer of basketball. Not throwing shout out to TV. I like him, but then he's a LeBron hater. But
At least my nigga let you know he hate LeBron, bro.
I
think nigga let you know he don't like him.
But that's not it's just facts. I mean, we understand why you buy it. So like I said, I don't hate him for it, but we know where your opinions come from or where they start from when you we know that. So I don't hate nobody for their opinion, but I can't call you crazy for your opinion.
Who's that? Who is that dude who said goat burger with cheese? What's his name? Marvin.
Oh,
That's Myron crazy ass, bro. Myron crazy ass, dog.
I'm
He
telling
posted
y'all, Myron gonna be that.
Myron stay going off,
I'm
bro.
telling y'all, Myron gonna be that McDonald's commercial, new goat burger with cheese, with
Oh,
LeBron James.
Whoever
man,
that young lady was, he roasted her.
bro.
I lost it, man.
Hold on. True the King was with me live when it happened, man. When it
Yo,
started
that was
going down,
hilarious.
I heard y'all
I
niggas
was
was cracking up, boy. Y'all niggas was dying laughing, son.
Oh, I was on break at work. I was on my break, yo. I was crying, man.
Yo,
I had to go outside, man.
You fired
the
from
funniest
the best room. Get back
part
in the
though
kitchen.
was when the funniest part was she was like, "Who you talking about?"
You.
He went ham on her, man. I said,
They was like, I'm out.
he said, out of the bedroom, kitchen.
oh man, I haven't laughed that hard since Super Mac roasted LB. That was funny too, but I think
Oh man, where is Super Mac at? Man, I ain't see that man in the middle.
he be popping up every random. Like he don't really pop up.
He be. It's like he be in spurts. He don't really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, him and Myron though. I want him and Myron being face off, man. That'd be a classic.
That'd be
man.
funny.
That'd
What's
be
up,
classic.
y'all?
I'll pay you that.
What up, Big Chess? What you got
What
on
up,
this Big Chess?
Mr. Chess?
Why you switching? You switching accounts? You got them burner accounts like CJ?
No, I'm not. It's not burner accounts. I'm just, dude. I just
bro,
changed the
what be
room.
going on?
Lamar, chill out, bro.
What
Chill
be
out.
going on in the chat at night, bro?
You know I'm just joking, man.
Hold
You
on,
know.
I had company. I had company over last night, bro. But I was looking at y'all comments. You and Will got into it last night, huh, CJ?
No, Will said he pulled up to CJ crib. He was like,
that was hilarious.
Will got into it with some nigga named Omar on that bit last night too.
Omar, the dude with the wrench. Omar with the wrench.
The thing is, it's a dude that got, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck is that. He's stalking me
Who is
around
that dude?
Nigga, it's like
he got a wrench. And he got a wrench.
He got the same name as me. He got the same picture as me. Every time I change my picture, he changes picture. And
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about lowercase CJ? You talking about lowercase CJ?
No. It's another dude. And you know what he do? He goes on there and talks shit to people and shit. And that's when he was talking about Will's personal life. And then Will be blaming me that it's me, but it's not me. You feel me? So the nigga put up on me.
CJ, you a bitch. You a bitch. CJ, you a bitch. I be like, Will, why you got so much animosity toward that man?
And
bro?
he was in Jersey though. He said he put up on me in Jersey though. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to know where I was at. He wanted to know where I was at. And I said, he wanted to know where I was at, but I said, hell no, I ain't showing you where I was at, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. I ain't did nothing to you.
I would have showed that nigga.
Come on, bro.
Hey, if you need protection,
my
you can come
address
down
quick.
and answer.
I give niggas my address quick. Come on, pull your ass up.
Nigga put up on me and everything,
Lamont.
bro. Real talk.
Yo, what up? I hear you.
Hey, yo, did you get my messages about that news?
About news?
Yeah.
No, I saw the text, but I didn't. Go ahead and break it then. Go ahead and break
put up on me, man.
Oh, you talking about the dude in the NFL? What's happening in the NFL, fam?
All right, so you got some trade. The NFL trade deadline is coming up in about, I think, 13, 14 days. And here's some trade rumors. They're talking about Matt Ryan. Either he's going to be traded to the Indianapolis Colts or Phillip Rivers.
I don't know nothing about.
Oh snap!
CJ.
That's one of the rumors.
I don't understand that trade, bro. You got Phillip Rivers already.
I don't know nothing about football.
Phillip Rivers a bum right now, yo. I ain't gonna keep it whole.
Matt Ryan is a bum.
Hey, he a younger bum.
I know, but they're also talking about Matt. Oh, hold up. They're also talking about Matt Ryan to San Francisco for Jimmy Garoppolo. Reunited with Matt Ryan with his old offensive coordinator.
You not trading no Jimmy Garoppolo. Nah.
Garoppolo bum.
These are just rumors.
Ain't doing that, bro.
The Falcons tanking.
The Falcons should just tank to get Trevor Lawrence.
They probably are, but
that's why they want Phillip Rivers. They don't expect to win. They don't want to win. No game.
They don't want to win. They try. They do lose. They try to lose.
Who? San Francisco trying to tank? That what y'all saying?
The Falcons.
Oh well,
the
hey,
Falcons
they might be,
tank.
bro.
But they also saying if they can. like the only other the big names right now, they talking about like when they talk about there's teams still looking at Antonio Brown, but it's just Seattle, Tampa
Ain't
Bay, and
nobody gonna touch
Baltimore.
him. Ain't nobody gonna touch him, bro.
Don't say
I
that though.
promise you,
I don't think
people.
nobody gonna touch
Hey,
that man, bro.
people are gonna give him another chance. Like if they allow murderers in the league, they allow his crazy behind in the league.
Nah, it's different with him, dog. I don't think nobody gonna touch that nigga, bro.
He got an 8 game.
Like, ain't nobody even. Hey, hold up, ain't nobody even touching Earl Thomas right now, bro.
Ain't nobody
gonna take
wrong with
AB.
Antonio Brown as mentally.
Listen. When it comes around playoff time, these teams are gonna come around because they're gonna need pieces. The Cowboys are gonna relook at Earl Thomas again. One, because they're gonna win their sorry division with a losing record,
Sorry.
and two, that division is sorry.
No, you're right. That's
that division is horrible. That division is horrible, bro.
Like no, and I'll tell you, the Cowboys make the Giants a horrible offense look like the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. That's how bad they were. They were garbage. I mean, like
that defense is horrible.
It's simple. Outside of Trayvon Diggs, their cornerback, their secondary is garbage. They can't play single high. They can't play man to man. They get beat on everything. They can't tackle. Like it's simple stuff, man.
Hold on, but Big Chest, make sure you save some of this for tomorrow, man. Because we're gonna tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna go live for about an hour all on football. So make sure you save all this. Because I need you to do the football breakdowns because I'm not too strong in football. I just know names and just some of the basics.
I got you. Hey, any new Laker rumors?
The only thing I saw was, and I want y'all take on this too. Anthony Davis and Rajon Rondo both opted out. That's opening up.
Hey, Caldwell Pope did too.
Yeah, this is what they do. This is what happens though. I heard they said Caldwell Pope might leave though. No, he's not leaving. They open up all of this salary cap to go sign a big name free agent, and then the Lakers can re-sign everybody and go over the salary cap to keep everybody. But they need the cap space.
They're probably going to go after Bryant.
So I don't know who they're gonna go after. I've been hearing DeRozan. He's the only one that I've been hearing seriously, but I don't know what y'all been hearing. Y'all gotta let me know.
Did DeRozan?
I give DeRozan this a championship.
I know this. They got to do something about Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma. They played awful in the finals. Awful.
He had 2 good games. Kuzma had 2 good games.
Look, y'all. You can't just because somebody plays bad in one playoff series, you can't be quick to just say you gone. No, because they were valuable players throughout the entire play.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Danny Green's so many lapses that Kuzma had.
I know, but the thing is, he has to just get better. I'm not giving up on Kuzma. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up on him.
That's fair.
Especially if you've had a couple years playing with LeBron. Like, why am I going to bring somebody new in that hasn't played with LeBron? He has to relearn how to – like, Kuzma at least knows how to play with him. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
true. That's fair. Kuzma can't be a wing, dog. And you want AB, unless he's going to be a permanent backup, you got to move him on.
Hold on. Who is that talking? I can barely hear you. Is that Bees? Something's up with your mic. I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying Kuzma is really a 4, so he can't play the 3. So you're gonna sign Anthony Davis long term, so there's really no future for him now unless you're gonna make him a permanent bench player.
You think he's a 4 though? I mean,
he's a 4.
He's a smallish 4.
He needs to be a 3, bro. He needs to be.
He's not a 3. He's a 4. He's not a 3.
Hey, salute to the panel, man. Salute to the panel.
Salute.
Hey, CJ.
It's showing here too.
Hey,
CJ.
Hey, CJ. Why Will put up on you and you wasn't coming outside, boy? You was scared.
Nigga, the homie put up on me midnight, bro. What am I supposed to go outside midnight for?
Hold on, CJ. He didn't really pull up, did he?
He did. He was in here. Nah, he said he was in Jersey for something else. So he put up on me though. He put up on me.
I don't think. Nah, CJ. I think he was joking, bro. He did not pull up on you.
I would have let that nigga pull up.
He came to my house, but he said he was around me though.
He lying, bro. Look, he in Brooklyn, right? He said he pulling up on CJ. 10 minutes later, this motherfucker says, CJ, I'm in Elizabeth. Come outside. Believe that shit?
Hey, but I am but leave that shit alone though. We're not talking about leave that drama.
Nah, I ain't gonna touch on. I ain't gonna touch.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it over there because we like that extra drama. I like to keep it sports over here. And,
hey brothers, what do you? Hey brothers, what do you think of? I mean, I love the Celtics since I'm from Massachusetts, but I like I said, I love LeBron. No. I'm fair. I knew that if the Celtics made it to the finals, they were going to lose in 6, just like they maybe even 5. So I'm realistic, so I'm not biased. But I was thinking of, and brother, I keep calling you brother, but you are. But I mentioned this to you. I want to say yesterday, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Well, not this part. I'm about to say it in a second, but I thought about a few scenarios because I've been on the internet just looking at a few just scenarios, but I don't think the Lakers are going to have the cap space, obviously, because I've seen on the internet that the Lakers, obviously the CP3 deal. I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But I've heard of scenarios of them bringing in either Jeremy Grant or Victor Oladipo. I mean,
well, they can now. But see, here's the thing. AD opted out. AD didn't use his player option. He opted out of his contract. The same thing with KCP, the same thing with Reynolds. So that means they're all free agents now. When you opt out, you're a free agent. And when you opt out, all of that salary cap space now it opens up to the team. And so what they can do now is they can go out and sign somebody bigger than Jeremy Grant, or they can sign Jeremy Grant along with another bigger name and then re-sign all of those players because those were all of their players. They can go over the salary cap. So it was. I think it's a slick way to improve the roster. I don't think KCP can go anywhere else and get any more money. I think he's already got the most he could. I think the Lakers can give him a decent amount. He'll stay. That's a great situation for him.
Hey, they said that the Atlanta Hawks is interested in KCP.
I would not go to Atlanta. No.
Bro, why would you do that? Why would you do that? After just winning the title, why would you do that?
No. If they overpay, if they offer
he's from Atlanta.
If they offer the right money, I'm going. I'm gonna be an Atlanta Hawk. They offer the right money. I'm right.
Listen, Magic City. Magic City, Allure and all that, man. Listen, man. KCP, listen, man, I got my ring. I proved my point, man. Listen, man, I'm trying to have some fun. Listen, KCP said, listen, Allure, what's the other joint down? There's a lot of different joints on there, man. Listen, man. KCP said, listen, man. I got my ring.
He live in Atlanta.
Nah, he a Rich Paul claim, bro.
You got all them OnlyFans females that live in LA, nigga. You crazy? Nah, I'm good.
They everywhere, man. Listen, they everywhere though.
LA got better females.
Hold on. Anti-social, nigga. ATL got the baddest bitches. What you mean?
No, they don't.
LA do, bro.
LA Miami, bro. Obviously LA got them too, but you talking about black girls, bro? Go to ATL.
Man, stay on topic, y'all. Stay on topic. Stay on topic, man.
CJ, you don't like girls. That's why you want to stay on topic.
We talk about some of the reasons in here sometimes, dog.
Hey, anti KCP, he gonna have a whole press conference. Listen, I'm taking my talents in Atlanta.
Hold up. Hey, that man is married, bro. So don't do that.
Chill out, bro.
I know that. I know that. I know that.
Y'all gotta understand. KCP.
I know that. My fault. I know that.
Hold on. One at a time, y'all. One at a time.
To the king. You gotta understand. KCP a role player. He chasing a bag. He don't care about no rings.
No, that's not true. Some players do care about rings.
He got paid like $30 million when he shouldn't have got it 2 years before.
He earned it. He earned it now.
No. He earned that money in Detroit. He was hooping in Detroit.
No,
he earned that.
I mean, when they signed him when he left Detroit, kind of like an olive branch for clutch to LeBron.
I don't know if it was for that, but a lot of people assume that.
Clutch, man. Rich Paul not.
I think he was like $18 million on that first contract.
Hey, he earned that money.
Hold on. How much was his total contract, y'all?
The last one was 8. The last one was 8.
Hey, Bees, you gotta fix your mic, bro.
Yeah, somebody got an echo.
Somebody echoing.
It sounds like you in a tunnel, homie. We can't hear.
My bad.
While you brothers are looking up KCP's contract, what about the Lakers re-signing Boogie Cousins?
I don't like it. What does it do?
I don't like it. Exactly, I don't like it.
What does it do? Like Hey, that's off name. This is not the same
Yeah,
Boogie.
he's not the same cousin, man.
Exactly.
It sound good, but it's not Boogie. It's not. This is not the DeMarcus Cousins we know.
Yeah,
right. I was just throwing it out there. I was just thinking because
There's better options.
AD, I don't think AD wants to play the 5 position, so that's why I was just broaching the subject.
He don't.
And
but then go get Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
Or keep the White Howard.
I'd rather have Marcus Alden than
And JaVale McGee's going to opt in. JaVale McGee has a player option. He's not opting out. He's going to collect that check. So, I mean, you're going to have bigs. I wouldn't go get no Boogie. That just
hell no.
It's not going to make you better. That almost
hell
makes
to the no.
I think sometimes I've been victim of, and Lamont, you probably know this better than anybody. Since you have played, but sometimes I can become. I'll admit this is a flaw of mine. I get enamored with workout videos because a lot of people look good working out, but what do you do in the games? So I'll admit I've seen Boogie Cousins' workout video, and right now, I mean, I think he released it over the weekend. So I mean, he looked great, but at the same time, he hasn't played really. So
yeah, but the one thing I know with NBA players, when they're releasing workout videos, they're trying to sell themselves as teams. We saw J.R. Smith do it. The players that's really in the gym grinding, like Damian Lillard, you ain't gonna never see a Damian Lillard workout video. And I know his trainer's down here in Phoenix. Lillard stays down here working out. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows.
Think they gonna release a workout tape of them missing? They're not gonna release no workout tape of them missing shots.
No. Or J.R. Smith put all that videos up, man. He ain't barely got no time on the finals, man. He got his ring though. He said, "Man, listen, I did all this."
Hey, can I cook on the go? What's the topic?
Oh yeah. What you got on that? What you got on that, Iron Bite? I know you gonna say something crazy.
So I'm
Iron Bite Patrol.
Hey. See,
no, he not. He cool. He just crazy.
I'm just fucking with you, Iron Bite.
I know, CJ. We go back and forth. I know.
We're talking about the goat, not the goat burger.
You know something? Hey man. I'm tired of going back and forth on that shit. Like I'm up here losing sleep arguing with these niggas that I don't know.
Exactly. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I said I'm tired of it. How you doing it no more?
Bro.
Yo, if CJ think LeBron is the GOAT, so be it.
Exactly. I'm done with it.
If True the King think Billy Russell is the GOAT, then be it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go back and forth no more, bro. That shit over with. It's dead. So, but I say that to say this though. And I was listening earlier, and I agree with somebody when they hit when they was talking about the Nike side of things. You feel me? Nike was nothing until they got Jordan. Jordan was the face of Nike. So you see that picture of Jordan in the '92 Olympics outside.
Yeah.
Like you see that drip. You know what I'm saying? Like you see that aura, the intensity, all of that. They be like, "Damn, this man is the GOAT." You see LeBron nowadays wearing them tight, skinny jeans with the fucking man purses. Like, how you gonna respect that?
I don't like how you doing that, yo.
That's the style line, bro.
I knew he's gonna say something like that.
I know, yeah, hater, man. That man be hater.
Bro, hold up.
Hey, listen.
Hold up.
Let me finish. How
that man Jordan got
that?
no swag, man. That man be wearing big ass jeans.
Hold on.
He be wearing DT in South Pole.
Hey,
y'all niggas stupid.
That was the 2000 Jordan. That was the
That man be wearing double XL suits.
That nigga don't wear 50 suits, dog. That nigga still wear Steve Harvey suits, bro. That nigga still wear them old Steve Harvey Apollo suits, bro.
Nah, man, I get that, though. That man be having big
hold on. Hey, was y'all in the chat when? But true, was you in the chat when Hitman got on ticket about his big clothes?
Nah.
Y'all niggas stupid.
That's what it was. I was in that chat. I remember. Yeah, I was.
What area you came from? The big clothes.
Hey, but listen though, Lamont. Would you rather wear some big clothes? Would you rather wear some big clothes or some tight, skinny jeans?
Bro,
that man, Michael Jordan, dressed like a fat dude, man. That man dressed like a fat dude.
Y'all niggas stupid, bro. Y'all niggas dumb, bro. Y'all niggas retarded, bro.
Hey, hold on.
What
True the King. You seen LeBron on draft day, right? He had them double XL suits on, them bag.
Not like Jordan. Don't do that. Not like Jordan.
Them shits was covering his shoes. You couldn't.
Jordan with the same size as Shaq.
Hold on. You gotta understand something about the style back then, bro. You had to like the nigga. Hold up. The real skinny niggas wore like 5 5X white T-shirts, bro.
Word, Jordan just like that
Never seen
now.
none of that
Hey,
shit.
nah, that's not.
Jordan
Hey,
just like that now.
Jordan had that Nike drip, bro. Y'all seen them Nike
No, he
windbreakers?
didn't. Come on,
That
dog.
Barcelona fit.
Man, Jordan cannot dress, bro.
Don't do that,
No,
yo.
Hey,
No,
Jordan
that's
has some
all
fly
workout. That's
outfits.
all
yeah,
workout
that's
gear,
funny
man.
as hell,
Hold on, but
man.
look, if you honest about it, some of them outfits that Jordan wearing, they bringing them back though.
Yo, they were
Nah, we ain't
iconic,
doing
bro.
that.
Those that
We ain't
Nah,
doing that.
Yeah,
vintage
Look,
we
look.
ain't
look,
bringing
Nah,
them
they
back.
rocking all them outfits.
on
They
I'm
just make,
Halloween.
they just make it more fitted. They just make it more fitted.
Nah,
That's all.
but hey, on a serious note though, like I'm tired of arguing about that ghost shit, bro. It's like
Yeah,
ongoing
I'm
and
done with it.
ongoing.
That
Like,
man
bro,
can't even
if you
grow a
believe
beard.
somebody, if you believe, like, if Will believes Carmelo's his GOAT, then let it be. You get what I'm
Hey, I'm
saying?
done with it, son. If that's what you believe, cool. Cool.
Hold on, True the King do the best Will impression, man. Do that, Will.
Y'all
Do
niggas
that.
stupid.
Will, do that.
He went Tim to the
He
Syracuse.
sound just
What are
like
you
that nigga,
talking
bro.
about?
He sound just like that
CJ, shut up, bitch.
Yo, you gotta throw that disgusting. Hey, you gotta throw that disgusting in there.
Oh man, y'all
Disgusting.
niggas is cool, bro.
Disgusting.
Don't do that to my nigga Will, bro.
No, it's all
Don't do
love.
my
Hey,
nigga
hey,
It
Will,
took,
Will like
we
that, dog.
appreciate what Will bring to the
Hey,
table. He
Lamont.
crazy.
it took Kobe 6 games.
Hey, Lamont. Was Horse drinking last night, bro? Man, Horse was on drugs last night.
Your Hawk always on drugs, yo.
That nigga
Hawk
Hold
never
on.
on
always
the
I
on
keep
beach.
telling
something.
y'all, look, I keep telling everybody, I haven't dropped this video yet. Hoss is about to make me drop it. But I actually did an interview with Hoss. I can't release the video because he's so retarded. Like,
Why you can't?
look, hold on, no. Look, I'm
Release
about
that
to
shit.
I'm gonna drop it because you know what? Whenever if you come and do an interview with me and you fuck up like that, I gotta do something
Release
special with.
that shit. Nah, go ahead and release that
I'm
shit,
gonna chop it
Lamont.
up and make it funny because this was the most boring interview. We talking about Jordan. This man talking about this man. I told you he spent an hour talking about how Jordan had muscle memory. I'm like, what are
And
you talking
Lamont, what interview? Lamont, what interview? Talk
Hey,
about what interview?
Lamont, if you drop that interview, he gonna lose all credibility.
bro?
He been lost credibility. He been lost credibility,
I'm gonna
yo.
drop it now because I've been hearing him over the last couple of days go crazy, just saying random stuff that don't make no sense.
Word, like
Always
he
saying random
Hold
shit,
on.
bro.
True the King, he the True the King earlier today on.
that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh
That's a
shit,
lie.
true. You
That
got
man
Horse
lied.
Ether in you, son?
Man, Hawks never
Damn,
eaten
you
me,
out
man.
bad.
Hawks never eaten me, man. I had to kill him and that dude KJ. They like the worst
Yo,
debaters on YouTube,
hey,
yo.
True the
They
King.
can
Hey, True the King, you gotta go listen to Ticket's video last night. We was sleeping, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was,
Son,
cause KJ, no, it was KJ. That dude KJ was just like, he was born. He was
yo, you
like
was
monotone
snoring like
voice.
crazy. Nigga was
My
snoring for
nigga Elder fell asleep on that bitch last night. My nigga Elder got that bitch snoring last night, nigga.
I
Yeah,
was too
dog.
low key. I was too. I wanted to cook. I wanted to cook like I think Hawk was Hawks on there too.
yeah.
I
It's
don't
some
know.
dude that
Hawks,
was there
Horse was
last
just
night. I
I
ain't
talking
ain't
even
never
know,
crazy.
know
dog.
that.
KJ,
I'm
it
like,
was
who is
KJ.
this
Oh, that
dude?
bitch say that.
Every time that was KJ. That was the new
I ain't,
dude KJ.
oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Talking about LeBron with
Word.
his Hall of Famers and he went to Kobe talking about Kobe wouldn't have been great without
Yo,
Shaq.
hold
I'm
on.
like, dude, where
First
is
of
you
all,
going
yo,
with this,
that
nigga?
Yeah, he
like
was
that,
making
yo,
LeBron look bad,
Hey, hold
man.
on, y'all. Hold on. Are we gonna get because we only got about 10 minutes left before we in this one. But I want everybody's opinion on this. I'm gonna let True the King go last but like I said earlier, I need to know is Mono Ginobili better than James Harden? I need everybody's
hell
opinion on
no.
it. Hold on,
No,
hold on. We're gonna let True the King
no.
go last, man.
No,
That's a
I've talked
no,
too
man.
much. I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
CJ
I
Cook.
say no.
CJ Cook. Let
Hey,
CJ
what you
cook.
got on that?
Hey, what's the
Not
question
even
real quick?
close.
What's the question?
Is Mono Ginobili better than James Harden?
No, he's not better than James Harden. He's not.
Where did this question even come from, bro?
Manu Ginobili is not the score James Harden is. Never. No. Hell no. No. No, I understand. I'll give you that.
Little Ginobili,
Manu Ginobili is more of a, you could say he's a smart player, you know what I'm saying? Because he been there, done that. But to say he a better player than James Harden, an MVP of the league, oh no, no.
All right, what you got, Torio?
man, that question is crazy. Hell no, man. But Manu Ginobili never even averaged probably more than 18 points a game. Dude was a 35-point a game scorer, man. That's not even a
And
question.
he's
How
an
you gonna give me
MVP,
that?
bro.
Hold on. Let's hear from Big Kev. Big Kev, what would you think on that?
Wow, that's
So
a
my
tough
nigga
one.
Big Kevin in the building.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
he said that's a tough one.
To be honest, if he had the same usage rate, I mean, he damn near created the Euro step that James uses. He got to the league late, 22, 23. I mean, I can't take nothing from him. I don't think James would survive in that San Antonio offense, though.
Well, who's the better player?
I think skill wise, I think Ginobili is.
Ooh, that's tough. Hold on, wow. Bees, what you got on that?
It's not close.
I was about that shit ain't even close, dog.
Harden is the better player. Harden creates. Ginobili was a creator, but you got to give the Spurs some of that credit too.
What you got on it, Lee?
Ginobili more accomplished. James Harden the better player.
God, I like that breakdown. That's simple and that's social. What you got?
Man, I'm not putting no Ginobili nowhere in a conversation with that man, dog. Bump they fucking head, bro. I'm sorry, nah.
I knew that was coming.
They bump they fucking head on that, man.
Are you put Manu Ginobili with the Houston Rockets team? They don't take the world 6-7 games.
Them niggas don't make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs.
What you got on that Iron Bite?
That's easy, bro. Harden, bro. He's the best offensive player in the league right now. Ginobili never been close.
Now you done.
Ginobili never been close. He never been on Harden level. Harden driving 30s in his sleep. Fact.
He never had to.
Hey, and I'm gonna put it like this: where's Ginobili's MVPs? Huh,
bro? I don't mean nothing. So
let's go. Hey, you gotta hear from Jay real quick.
Let me cook. Hold on.
Oh, I knew he was gonna
and fucking Also, Harden don't got no range. Ginobili got range, right? But Ginobili was on the Spurs dynasty. Put Harden on that dynasty. I bet you he get carried too. And fucking what else? Also, Ginobili, Harden had to go through Steph Curry. You get what I'm saying? He was in he was in a tough spot, but he also made that Houston team great. So I'm gonna give it to Harden. Simple.
First of all, right, y'all really capping. Hold on, that's everybody. That's everybody. My fault.
Hold on, we got Jay. We need to hear from Jay.
My fault.
What you got, Jay? What you got on it, Jay?
I think it's undebatable. It's James Harden. I feel like Manu is a really great player for what the situation he was put into. He executed great, but it's not a debate, bro. Like, this shouldn't be a question, no cap.
For real.
All right, True the King, man. Let's hear it, man.
First and foremost, everything I heard was so blasphemous.
Hold on, True the King. Hold on. Before you go, the panel. So we got, and I'm
everybody say hard, nigga. Everybody say hard.
One person say Ginobili. One person say Ginobili.
No. This is not about that. If True the King does not make a legitimate case, say I'm gonna give him an opportunity to win a $50 cash app.
Oh,
You need to bring up a legitimate case of why Ginobili's better than Harden. The panel right here is gonna vote on it, so your $50 is in their hands. If you lose, the $50 is gonna go to somebody, a random subscriber in the chat right now.
No pressure, nigga. No pressure.
Man, come on, man. I'm a closer, man. Ain't no pressure. I'm a champion. Y'all forget I'm a king of this. I'm True the King for a reason, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man. First and foremost, man. All the blasphemous that I heard about James Harden is because of stats and MVPs. So that's what we going off, right? Stats. Is we going off? Really? Are we serious? We look at the skill to play, the eye test. Clearly showed that Ginobili is a better player than James Harden. It's as simple as that. So y'all want to talk about the talent. Hold up. I'll let y'all talk. Hold up. Y'all say that Ginobili played with all that talent, right? Last time I checked, Ginobili played with 3 Hall of Famers, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many Hall of Famers James Harden played with?
None.
Ginobili played with a top 10 player of all time.
Hold up, let me finish. Hold up. No, you moved. Hold up. No. That's wrong. Westbrook, KD, Dwight Howard, and Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy? Cool. That's a lot of talent right there. You play with how many Hall of Famers in your career? Hold up. You still play with a lot. Listen, you still play with You play with KD and Westbrook at the same time.
Play with a top 10 player of all time, though. I'll tell you that.
Hold on. Let True the King finish this.
Dwight, okay. Hold up, Chris Paul. He played with Chris Paul. That's arguably still a top 5 point guard at that time. Still, he played with Dwight Howard. That was still a top 5 center. He played with KD. That's come on, it's KD. And he played with Westbrook. That's one of the best players in the league. And not to mention that James Harden be choking in the playoffs.
Ooh.
So all that stuff he do in the regular season, really doesn't matter.
Hey,
So we're gonna forget that Ginobili have always showed up for the Spurs. Matter of fact, he blocked James Harden for that shot. Matter of fact, in the playoffs. Ain't that ironic?
Facts.
Ain't that crazy?
And he
And we
back.
also gonna forget in 04, the biggest upset in Olympic sports history. This is one of the biggest, not just basketball, in sports history, that they beat the Argentina team, beat the USA team. And guess who led that team? Manu Ginobili.
I won't ask you a question. I'm about to snatch that $50
Hold on. He got money on the line. We gotta let him ride. We can't
let him rock.
He led the Argentina team. I understand they got Scola and all them. Listen, that wasn't a bad team, but that was still an upset. That was a big deal. It was such a big deal that the 08 team had to get Kobe Bryant and Jason Kidd. Ginobili as a skilled player is a better passer, better defender than James Harden. If you look at the stats, right? If you look at the stats, right, you're gonna say, "Oh, well, how you keep saying that?" James Harden had a step. Listen, the roles was different. If you put Ginobili on that same role James Harden is, he gonna have the same success or even better. James Harden, he put James Harden on the Spurs. James Harden's skill set on the Spurs would not fit. If you take the ball out of James Harden's hands, he's stagnant. He can't do nothing.
He was
Hold on,
you got 30 seconds, Shooter King. You got 30 seconds.
That's not fact.
Hey, don't leave out. He killed that back.
James Harden, when the ball's out of his hands, he can't do nothing. He needs to create his own shot off the dribble. He can't do nothing off ball.
Facts.
So if you replace the roles, Ginobili's still gonna be successful.
Can I rebut it?
Ginobili can't shoot.
I'm done now.
Hold on. So hold on. I got it. Now I'm gonna give my 2 cents.
He left out. He killed that back.
The problem is that here's this. I know we like to use the usage thing, but there's a reason why Manu Ginobili didn't get that type of usage, because he ain't that type of guy. And the stats prove it. The stats prove it. James Harden is better in almost every major statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. So, I mean, and I'm talking about far superior. So it's not even really close. Percentage-wise, Harden is better on every level, whether it's three-point shooting, field goal percentage, and free throw shooting. And then in playoffs, his averages are superior. I know you were talking earlier about his playoff. His last 3 playoff runs, he was averaging like 26, 28, 31, and like 29 points a game. So he's been showing up in the playoffs as much as he possibly can. I think that had more so to do with D'Antoni and a flawed offensive system of small ball that was more of a detriment, because they actually played better when Dwight Howard was there. They didn't have success, but they played better. They had better playoff runs with Dwight Howard. But I'm gonna let the panel decide. I'm gonna let them decide, man. Man, what do y'all think? Y'all think he earned the $50 with that argument, or should it go to the chat, man?
Pay that man.
I'm gonna
Hold on. We're gonna go one at a time, man.
Don't pay that man, dog. Don't pay that man, dog.
What'd you say, Torio?
Nah, he low, man. What is he talking about, man?
He low. What he talking about?
Torio says he lost. CJ, what you got?
Hey, Shooter King. You said something about he can't play off ball. The nigga was a 6-man in OKC.
CJ, you gotta tell us your vote. CJ, what's your vote though? Did he give a good argument?
No, he lost.
He lost. All right, that's 2 no's. Big Kev, man. What did he do a good job?
Can you see my boy though?
Yo, man, pay that man this money, man.
Oh, got one. So you got 1 in favor.
Pay it, man.
Bees. What you think?
He lost the bag.
3. You got 3 L's to 1 W. Hey, Lee. How did King do, man? Did he earn the money?
Well, he initially I was gonna say no, but when I listened to his argument, it was compelling. It made me think about it a little bit. I still think Harden's a better player, but just because of the compelling argument, I'll give you the money.
All right, 3-2, antisocial, man.
He made a compelling argument. Get that man that money, bro.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 3-3. Jay, what you got?
All right, you gotta pay that man. I still think he's wrong, but he made some things.
Yeah, I still think he's wrong, but he made
that FIBA stuff. That was some hard.
Okay, so 4-3 in favor that he wins the argument. Iron Bite, man. You can either
comes down.
Hey, True the King, get on your knees, boy.
I ain't doing all that.
Hey, get on your knees, boy.
I ain't doing all that. Ain't that deep.
Hold on, Iron Bite. What's your vote? If he
So Lamont, since the boss on my court, I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Am I picking based on his argument or whether he was right or wrong?
No, not whether he's right or wrong. Was it a compelling argument?
Oh, was it a You know what, True the King? I like you, bro, but I'm sorry. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Get
that man that money, boy.
Pay that man, bro.
More man gets paid.
I'm the GOAT, man. Listen, man. I'm True the King for a reason, man. My name speaks volumes, man.
Hold on. Now I can give my honest opinion.
Yo, I got robbed, man.
I think they blessed you. I think they blessed you with $50, True the King. That's what I think, man.
That's a good argument. Listen, man, I didn't lie about my arguments, man.
I still think he's wrong.
No, CJ, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
You got me tonight,
Hey, we didn't agree with him, but he made some pointers. So.
You got me tonight, dog.
Yeah, I got my bad, CJ. I thought I did. I forgot though. I ain't gonna lie. True the King, put in the private chat. Make sure you put your cash out, man.
Yo, True the King, can you thank us, bro? We just got
you. Hey, hold on. Listen, man. I appreciate the fairness, man. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate the fairness. That's all, man.
But the argument was wrong, though. Ain't no way fucking Ginobili better than Harden.
Hey, man, here's the thing, though.
None of that. I mean, James Harden can average the same amount of points when he played with OKC.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot. Ginobili had a lot of help.
Not only did he average the same amount of points playing the 6-man role, this man got a max deal doing it.
So what? Bumps get max deals all the time. Tobias
he made compelling arguments, dog. You hear me? I give it to him.
Man, True the King got lucky on that one.
He made compelling arguments. I give it to him, man.
You got some good friends.
Hey man, listen, man. I'm one of the best sports debaters on YouTube, man. Listen, man.
You got cooked by Haas.
Never did. Never did.
You got cooked by Haas, bro. Nah.
Never know. Anti, don't listen to me, Anti, you know it's a lie, Anti. I was cooking that man today, man. I'll cook him and that dude KJ.
Haas don't know what the fuck he be talking about, dog.
Word, I cook.
He the white version of William, nigga.
Well, if you notice, man, ain't a lot of people call me out.
Hold on. Let's find out. Hold on, chat. Anybody want to come in and challenge True the King, man?
Hey, Lamont, I cook him on Bill Russell every time. I don't know what this fool talking about.
Hold on. I want somebody who ain't never been in the chat before. I need a new.
You don't care. I'm talking about like an open call out. I'm talking about like people don't call me. Like people don't be calling me out.
Look, we got somebody right here. Look at the screen.
First of all, look at your profile pic. For one.
Nah, nigga. Hold on, y'all go shit to that nigga. Hey, get him in the chat.
Yeah, somebody said KJ cooked you. Yeah, they said KJ cooked you in the chat.
That's a lie. They trolling. That's all troll right there.
Hold on, what did they say?
Hey, come in here.
Come in the chat. Please come in.
Oh,
please
come in. True the King, easy work.
First of all, Lamont, I cooked. Lamont can't touch this. I cooked Hitman yesterday.
Hold on, Hitman. Do you want your get back? We can put another $25 on the line.
Y'all see him, man?
Hitman, come in the chat. We got another $25 cash up on the line for the winner. No, hold on. We'll do this, Hitman. If you got confidence, you could put your $50 on the line. If you lose, then go to Hitman X.
Hey, him man, why your phone picture look like you mad or something, dog? Who you mad at?
King, do you want to
Hey,
risk?
let's get it.
What'd you say? Hold
Do you
up.
want to? Do you want to risk the debate with Hitman right now?
Nah, man, don't do it, bro.
Do
Hey,
you
y'all
want to
see him
risk
man?
it?
Hey,
Don't do it.
y'all see him man? His profile picture. He look mad. Who he mad at though?
He
Who
mad
he
at True the King.
Hold,
Oh,
I want hold on. Who talking KJ Cook? I want that 4KW dude, man. I want him though. He been talking crazy.
Get him in the chat.
Look. Hitman busy right now. You lucky. Hitman said he busy.
Yeah, he really came in.
Hey, let
Yeah, he came
4KW.
in.
Hey, 4KW, come in here. Come cook him.
Yeah, I know Hitman was gonna come in here because he said he had to do something anyway.
Trying to instigate.
But 4KW, you been talking. You
Hold on.
came in
Let
the
me
chat, man.
drop the link. Let me drop the link real quick. Hold on. Let me drop the link.
Nigga said horse cooked you, bro. Damn.
Man, I get listen. Hitman know.
Hey, brothers, I'm about to get
Yeah,
off. Just listen to y'all.
me.
Just
Who
wanted
said that? Who said they was about to be out?
Lee.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me. It was my first time. I'm still going to be listening to you guys. I'm just going to take care of a few things, but I definitely want to join you guys in the chat more and really connect with you, brothers. I really appreciate you guys.
Oh yes, most definitely. Appreciate you for stopping by, man.
Hey,
Yes,
FYF Sports, bro. We taking over. Real talk.
Hey,
Lamar,
man,
what's your name?
we have to, man. I'm trying to grind and grow. But hold on, let me see. Hold on, Lee is out. So, all right, appreciate it, Lee.
All right, Lee. Fraud the King. Listen, please drop the link, man. I'll drop the link myself.
Hold on, I just dropped the link. I just dropped the link. People been trying to get in. There was just too many people in the room. So hold on, we got a new person. I ain't never seen this name. Hold on, let's see if he really trying to debate you directly. Steal your $50.
Oh shit.
Hold on, man. You trying to take the debate?
What up?
What are you trying to? Hold on. Are you trying to debate True the King? Are you trying to snatch his $50? Hold on. So, hold on. Do you accept the challenge, True the King? Man,
I accept the challenge. I accept the challenge. What we debating about? What we debating about? What we debating about?
Hey, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I want to say shout out to Lamont being solid, man. I appreciate the little $30, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You did solid. And then I want to say, Anton, you need to quit capping, man. You ain't never got no offer from no LSU, man.
Oh.
How you gonna tell me what I got, nigga? Do you know my name?
Nigga, you ain't never got no offer for LSU,
Do you know
nigga.
my name, you bitch ass nigga?
You ain't never got no offer, nigga.
Hold on. We
You
gotta
ain't never
stay
got
on
no
point.
offer, man. Stop capping, man. You ain't SEC material, man.
And I
You ain't
said,
SEC material, man.
Hold on. Are you here for the debate? though? Hold on.
Hey,
Are you here for the debate?
Yeah. We can debate. I just want to say that though.
Oh, hold on. So, do you agree that James Harden is better than Manu Ginobili?
Hell yeah. Who the fuck?
All right, hold on. We're gonna give you.
Who the fuck?
Hold on. We're gonna give you a minute. We're gonna give you a minute and a half to explain why James Harden is better than Manu Ginobili.
I mean, shit. I mean, what is it debate? I mean, shit. He do everything better than Ginobili. I mean, Ginobili. I mean, he just play his role, but you'll never see Ginobili carry no team. I mean, you ain't never seen him carry a team. Like, I mean, what's the debate about? And I can say that he was a better six man than, you know what I'm saying, than Ginobili was when James Harden was playing with the OKC.
Man, he didn't show up in that finals.
You better come with some heat. Hey, Shine, you better come with some heat, man. You got about 45 seconds, man. You got to come with some heat, man. True the King is not giving up this $50 easy.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's his argument? I mean, what Ginobili did?
His argument is that Manu Ginobili is better. You just got to.
How? In what way? In what way?
It.
Defense, offense, clutchness, like what way?
You can tell
us.
I don't see it. You tell us.
I mean, shit, James Harden, hey, average what 33 points a game. I mean, he an MVP. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he hold his own team down. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The nigga, you know what I'm saying? He ain't prove himself in the playoffs a couple times, but at the same time, Ginobili never had to hold that weight that James Harden did.
All right. Is that your time? You gonna give up your time?
Man, that's it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what he got. What he come with?
True the King, you got a minute. You got a minute and a half, man.
Hey, True the King, tell that dust ass nigga go take a bath, dog.
Hey, man, shut your sorry ass up, nigga.
Hold on, man.
You ain't never seen a female play football, nigga.
Hold up. First of all,
you ain't the best in your school, nigga.
Hold up. First of all, this is
Go ahead, True
Hold up.
King.
First of all, this is easy work, man. This is easy work. He didn't have no type of argument whatsoever, man. So
Cook
are you?
him.
This man said Ginobili never carried a team. I just stood up and said that he led the Argentina team, the USA Olympic team, the best basketball
Oh
players in the world.
shit. He got you, bro.
What are you talking about? You was lying. You say he a better defender than Ginobili. What? Are you serious? I may get you with the passing. That you can debate that. I disagree. But defense? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's a lie. Another lie. Like I said, James Harden didn't show up. You talking about 6 man, right? Ain't that 6 man a year? When he was 6 man a year, that man did not show up in the finals. That man played Houdini. Let's stop playing the games, man. He was ghost. And first of all, when Ginobili was 6 man, he arguably could have won NBA Finals MVP in 2005. People forget that. Go back and watch that Pistons series. He could have got the NBA Finals MVP.
I can't even
Go back and watch. He was balling.
Damn, that was easy work, bro.
I can't even lie. True, King, you making some compelling argument though. Even though
Ginobili had what's that pass he be doing with the left hand cross pass? That's one of the best passes in basketball history.
And Lamont, you know what?
And first of all, hold up, CJ. Hold up. And first of all, so we gonna act like James Harden wasn't compared to Ginobili. Oh, he's a black Ginobili, huh? We gonna act like that didn't happen, right? We're gonna act like that didn't happen, right? We're gonna act like Ginobili had been consistent as a Spur. He helped build that dynasty behind Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. Come on, man. I cook my food, man. He done stir-fried rice, man. Come on, man.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something?
No, the round is over, man.
He
This
got
for the money.
Can I say something?
You can say something, but you can say something, but it's the rap. Your time is up, though.
Hey, switch roles. Who gonna do better? Put James Harden on the Spurs and put Ginobili on the Rockets.
James Harden is not an off-ball player. Spurs play a lot of.
What you mean? He play off-ball in OKC?
He was a ball handler. That's why he was a 6 man. He came in. He was the primary ball handler when he was in them games. He wasn't playing all ball like that.
So you mean to tell me he can't play off ball at all?
He was never. No, he's not an off ball player. When he came, that's why he was a 6 man in OKC. He came to when he was on OKC. He was a ball handler and Westbrook played off ball. We forget. Come on now, know your basketball, man. Know your basketball.
So you mean to tell me if Manu Ginobili was on the Houston Rockets, he would have won MVP? Come on now.
He probably could have. I just sit there and say he probably could have. Hold on. Ginobili, Hall of Fame. Hold on. Ginobili is one of the best international players of all time. So that's not far fetched, man. He's one of the best basketball players. But hold on. That's not far fetched. If Steve Nash can hold on. If Steve Nash can get an MVP, if certain people can get MVP, why Ginobili can't get an MVP? I'm just saying,
Steve Nash better than Ginobili.
That's a whole other discussion right there. I don't know about that.
No, that's a fact.
But stay on topic. Stay on topic. Defend your boy. Defend your boy. Defend your boy. The dude that be choking the dude that be choking in the playoffs.
First of all, James Harden really my boy. Melo, my boy. Shout out to Will. Melo, my boy.
God.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's run the vote down. Hold on. We got to run the vote down real quick. I need the panel to decide. I need the chat to decide, man. Who had the stronger arguments? Chat. And we're going to start with CJ. Who had the better arguments, man?
I'm not taking my nobody, man. Lamont, pay that man, dog. Pay that man.
All right, Torio, who had the better arguments?
Hey, man, True the King came and swept dude, man.
Big Kev.
Arguing for True the King.
Big Kev, who you got?
Man, pay that man again.
Oh, man.
Double gold burger without the onion.
Hey, your boy fired from the bedroom. True the King.
Hold on. In our social, man, what you got?
Fire that bum ass, dirty ass, boy, pay that man.
Bro, Anti, you trash,
bum
man.
Ass nigga, boy, fuck out of here. Nigga, go
you trash, Anti.
Go
hey,
bust
you
your
got me.
teeth,
You You got this hell in football, man.
Hold
You
on.
mad because LSU ain't want your ass. That's all.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got to go to Jay, man. Jay, man, who had that one?
Board man gets paid. Get that money to True the King.
Oh man, Iron Bite, man. You go. Who you think had it? Who had the better argument?
Because I'm not Asian, bro. He got his ass cooked.
Oh, he got out the chat. He left the chat, man. What the heck?
Yo, Lamont, that's two knockouts. That's two knockouts, Lamont. That's two knockouts. Yo, y'all gotta stop playing me, please.
That's the perfect way to end the show. We're gonna go ahead and wrap the show up right there, man. That's the perfect way to end the show, man. Hey, salute to True the King, man. Did you drop your cash app in the private chat?
Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped that, John.
Right. TJ, I got you as well. Take me if I forget. But hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, salute Lamont. Salute to the panel, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Tune in because the PS5 giveaway is back. We secured another one. So I gotta think of something. Man.
Shout out to True the King. Anti, you a bum ass nigga.
Hey, Lamont,
you ain't never been shit in football. You trash in football. Niggas ain't want you. Couldn't go to Southern.
Oh man.
What we gonna do to win that PS5 though, homie?
I don't know. I'm coming up.
Anti, don't respond to that. Anti, he lost, man. Don't respond to that, man.
Is it the digital version or the standard?
No, it's not the digital. This is the regular one. Yeah, we ain't doing none of the digital ones. No, sir. The real joints only. So we're gonna figure something out how we're gonna give it away. But that's gonna be active tomorrow. But I'm gonna come up with something tonight. Figure out how I'm gonna give it away.
No doubt, bro.
All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. It was a great show. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow.
All right, salute.
All right.
Cool, bro.